One.
FTC's request for a preliminary injunction, which would block the merger while the case goes through in-house proceedings at the FTC. An apparent cyber attack disrupted internet, phones, email, and other systems at Seattle Tacoma International for Thursday, Monday. According to Seattle officials are working to investigate. Today has been downgraded from a hurricane to a tropical storm as it begins to move away from Hawaii.
I'm pretty handy around the house, but now that I have kids, I want to spend my Saturdays not on the toilet or fixing an air conditioner. But thankfully, there's HomeAdvisor. HomeAdvisor helps me find the best home pros in the area to handle any kind of project. You can read reviews of the pros, check their availability, even book appointments online. And what my wife loves most is that HomeAdvisor is completely free to use.
Go to HomeAdvisor.com or download the free app to get started.
Experience the difference at Southern States Bank. At Southern States Bank, we're not just your bankers, we're partners. We take pride in providing personalized service. At Southern States Bank, great service comes naturally. Check us out at Southern States Bank. Limits. Southern States Bank, community. Baseball Fried Chicken is back at a brand new location. 31 Jackson Street, Sweetbay here and there. Same great taste, the best chicken around. Fish dinners, open Monday.
Good morning.
10:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. is Wishbone
Good morning. Oh, Pete, how you doing? You're the first one on.
location. Bring you the best chicken around. So great. Wishbone Fried Chicken, 31 Jackson Street.
Good morning, Thomas. How you doing? It's been a while since you've been on, my brother. Hope you're doing well.
Support Center. We exist to provide recovery support services for individuals and family members who have been impacted by addiction. Our services are no cost, and all of our information is available on our website, www.
Martin, how you doing this morning?
Or follow us on Facebook.
It's scorching hot out there, friends. The best way to beat the heat is to stay hydrated. And Water Treat in Noonan has got you covered with their amazing antioxidant alkaline water. Swing by for quick and easy drive-through pickup and check out their selection of health-boosting options. Stay cool, stay refreshed, stay healthy with Water Treat in
Are you looking for a reliable dental practice that not
Little Z. Hello, Little Z. How you doing?
How about one that offers
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and good night.
Your search is over. Most Valuable Smiles in downtown Eatonton, Georgia is committed to giving you the biggest and brightest smile. Right now, get a $99 new patient special, including x-rays and exam. Maybe you're looking for veneers. Most Valuable Smiles veneer special includes one free veneer with every 5 purchase. Or get that bright white smile you've always wanted by taking advantage of an exclusive $100 off Zoom whitening treatment when you book today. Most Valuable Smiles in downtown Eatonton to lock in these exclusive deals. 706-623-0318 or visit mostvaluablesmiles.com.
At New Link Wow, local matters. Local keeps our families and businesses thriving. Wow takes pride in serving the Noonan and Peachtree City communities.
What's up, Bolly?
County charities and events.
Yeah, I saw that. They hit one Russian drone hits Poland.
And get up to 100 megs.
He says he wants to go back to bed.
It's a great value that locals love.
I hear you. I'd love to go back to bed too sometime.
The views and opinions of this show and program are not the views and opinions of this station, its management, or its clientele. Hello, everyone. This is DJ McMahon-Hot, 45
It's Twisted Tuesday, everybody. You know what that means. Well, we've got Picks to Hit with Richard Holdridge from the Sports Beat in period number 2, the second half. We got movie reviews, Deadpool and Wolverine taking the number 1 spot. Again, I predicted it last week. We'll talk with Shane B about that. Plus, we got headline news, sports, and Sid Vicious dies at 63, the late great WWE WCW champion. It's RyanORadio Penitentiary. I'm your host of the most, one, the only, Ryan Neal, and I am the game. 50,000 to 78,000 plus of you worldwide on that shoutcast. Shout it out loud. We're across that RyanORadio media page. Earth, Rock, Radio, New Mexico, Arizona, and that Navajo Nation. We're across the British Columbia Isles of Canada, and finally, the Jordan Communication, a family radio stations, East Alabama, West Georgia, WZEV, and Lineville at 90.5 FM on your radio dial, 99.1 FM, WQEE to Key, home of Southern sports, inspirational talk, and more. Worldwide, all over the YouTube, Facebook, and everywhere you need to be. Like, subscribe, and share. We've got a lot in store for you. So we're going to get ready to kick it off here and say hello to our listener takeover in a moment. But first, we got to tell all of our haters this. Get up close to the radio dial and listen to this, haters. Tell them, Triple H. I am the man around here, whether they like it or not. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and if I don't see you again, a very, 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 very good night. Hello to everybody tuning in on the YouTube page and everywhere on our streaming sites and all over Coweta County, all over Georgia and Alabama that are listening to us and across the country. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and good night. It's RyanORadio Penitentiary. You guys are in lockdown now, and you are going to be here with us for the next few hours. Coming up in the final period, we're going to talk about Deadpool and Wolverine taking over that number 1 spot again. That's coming up with Shane B, and we'll see what's hot and what's not and what we need to be checking out. A new Superman documentary on Christopher Reeves is coming out. We'll get into that. And also, ladies and gentlemen, Picks to Hit. We'll tell you how well I did in the preseason, which was all right. And now it's time to hit the season off. Week 1 of the NFL kicks off this Thursday nights, and we'll talk about those big games in action. And I'll have our good friend, the one, the only Richard Holdridge joins us this morning. We'll talk a little high school football preview shortness. We'll get ready for the college football games of the week this week, and I'm gonna ask his thoughts on Georgia Tech and Florida State along with. We'll get our picks to hit, our picks to hit, our picks to hit, our picks to hit. No, I don't have a cold. Thank you for Bolly being concerned. It's just all that talking I do. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully it don't start coming in and affecting me. But thank you, Bolly. We'll get into saying hello to everybody in a moment as well. Also, we'll do the picks to hit and all that good stuff. Sid Vicious, the professional wrestler, has passed away. We've got a Colorado man arrested and charged with making threats towards election workers, law enforcement, a state judge, because he didn't get what he wanted. I don't like you. I'm going to say what I want. I'm going to destroy people's life. You can't just do what you want. That's not, you got to get that out of your head. I don't know what's wrong with some people. I am trying to get up and wake up, and everybody. Also, we'll talk about a few other things in sports and news. But good morning to Pete in Noonan. Also, Martin all the way out in Jameson country. That's right, Jameson country. We call it Washington State. Bolly, good morning to him as well. Thank you for being with us. 12. Hello, 12. How you doing this morning? And Thomas, good morning to you. We appreciate you. It's been a while since you've been with us. Bolly. Little Z, she says good morning, good evening, and good afternoon. Good. It's afternoon there in London with her. And let's see, I just want to say hello and make sure I said hello to everybody. Jessica, good morning to you. Out in all the way early. Her and our friend Martin get up early for us. I appreciate them. And Jessica's out in California this morning. As always, thank you for being with us. Bolly and in nine. I hope I don't get anything like that. I'm good. I got everything taken care of. Let's see. Good morning, Ryan and Navajo Nation, everyone else. Good morning, Noonan from Pete here in Noonan. Sweet Leaf says good morning to you. Sweet Leaf, Tom, Bob, Rodney K, Sue, good, all of you on the Navajo Nation. Hello. Alice, David, Michael, and Helen in Canada. Australia's very own Robert. South Wales's very own, our good friend Diana. Also, let's go all the way over down to New Zealand for Sarah. And Kiko in Japan, konnichiwa. Hello to her. And Martin D, the other Martin, is here too. There you go, from Texas. We got a lot of great guests coming up this morning, so get ready for that. Now, 12, he likes that airplane movie. Let's go ahead and jump into our poll question this morning. Which of these classic movies do you watch when it comes on television, on TV, or stream, ladies and gentlemen? Which? 9 to 5, 33%. That's starting Dolly Parton. Working 9 to. Never mind. Won't get into that. Airplane. Shirley. You can't be. No, don't call me Shirley. 22% of the votes. Caddyshack. I'm going to get that little gopher. Where Bill Murray eats the chocolate bar out of the pool. Yeah, 11% of the votes. And Smokey and the Bandit. Come on. Southern tradition right there. That's every Southern. Even police officers in South be like, you know what? I'm going for the Bandit. Get away from that guy. Yeah, 33% of the votes. That is it right there. 12 says, Ryan, you are 2 hours early for me now. I'm in Utah. Almost missed today's stream. 12 is in Utah this morning. And Don is on with us. Don. I'm just going to say Don. Have you heard of what? No, I have not. Weird. I've never have. Send that information to 99classrock@gmail.com if it's some real information for me to look over. There you go. Martin says he likes Barbara Billingsley, who played Beaver's mom in Leave It to Beaver on the plane with Gonna Talk and Jive. I can talk jive. Jive Tucky. I can't remember exactly how that segment went, but yeah, everybody remembers that. It is funny as all out. Smokey and the Bandit, says Thomas. There you go. I expected that. It's a Southern tradition right there. Smokey and the Bandit is a very big Southern tradition. All right, we got a couple little news stories we're going to get into here in just a few moments. 17 minutes past the hour, 64 degrees out there, time and temperature 65 in Atlanta, 66 in Auburn, Opelika, time and temperature brought to you by Active Pest Control. Summer, winter, spring, fall. You and I don't care for those rodents, critters, or gooey things at all. Smokey and the Bandit is universal, says Bolly. You got that right. Not too far from around here. Quit smoking vodka only, says. Oh, I don't smoke, Jessica. Smokey and the Bandit is what I was talking about there in the movie. I don't do any of that. When you talk every day for 3 hours, sometimes, your voice starts with the change of weather sometimes. I didn't know that. I know it don't sound, but still better than corporate radio and television people. Still way better than them. Oh, Lord. And vodka. All right, there's a girl for you right there, Bolly. Vodka. There you go, buddy. You and Jessica both like vodka. Randall, I got your message yesterday. Thank you for sending that, brother. Good morning to you as well. Do you get sick, Ryan? Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But when you're a trained musician, you're not allowed to get sick. Have you ever noticed that? They're not allowed to get sick. So in broadcast radio as well, you're not allowed to get sick. If you do, it's like, all right, got to replay shows, and that's just not good. Martin Deloach says he hasn't seen Smokey and the Bandit for a few years. 12 says, just like a mother. Yes, just like a mother. Trucker. All right, let's jump into some headline news. Paula said, I love to drink alone because I never drink and drive. You sound like that George Thorogood song. one bourbon, one beer. All right, a 45-year-old Colorado man is behind bars and being charged with making threats online against election workers there. State judge and a federal enforcement agents. His name is Teek, like leak. Teek the Leak. Let's nickname him Teek the Leak. Teek the Leak. Rock Bank of Colorado, Teek the Leak, as I'm going to call him, made his initial court appearance Monday after being arrested by FBI in his hometown on Friday. He is being charged with transmitting interstate threats and facing up to 5 years in imprisonment if convicted. What? Why would you do such a stupid thing? He made a post on September 22nd, 2021, calling for the execution of Colorado election officials, allegedly accusing them of destroying election data. In a post, he allegedly called an unidentified woman a crazy liberal who has to be hung by the neck till she's dead. Another published on August 4th, 2022, called for the execution of an unidentified Colorado and Arizona officials. He says one of these people are starting getting put to death. Then there's the rest will melt like snowflakes and turn on each other. This is the only way. So those of us who have the stomach for what has to be done should prepare our minds for what we are going to do. What a retarded person this guy is. He's going to be Bubba's, you know what? Bubba's B. Bubba's going to like, come over here, boy. Bend over there, Teek the Leak. Now, why would you say such a thing, Mike? Are you uneducated? I'm going to say something because I'm stupid. Michael gets in here and goes, look at it's a Irish voter. And I'm going to say that, and I'm not man enough to come up and get in his face. Even though he didn't say that's what he was. He's an independent. I'm not man enough to get in his face. Like most little weaklings that threaten people online. Dude, you're in the penitentiary, dude. You were the real man, unlike your daddy who bent you over last night. All right. You just don't like it. I'm talking about this guy, and he got put in jail for saying stupid, ignorant things that you can't say. On October 2nd, 2021, he allegedly posted about threatening to shoot. I'm an independent, by the way. About shooting a Colorado state judge. He said, I can pick up my rifle and I can go put a bullet in the man's head. I seen him to see. We don't talk like that down in the South. That's how they talk, and they act like that. And explain himself to our Creator right now. I will be justified. And now he's in jail for all this. Teek the Leak, as we like to call it, made threats to lives of many public servants on social media. Among other threats, he allegedly claimed that it was time to put 2 state officials to death and that he was obligated to put a bullet in the head of a Colorado state judge. The case is part of the Judicial Department's Election Threats Task Force. So there you go. No, I'm married. I'm not like that, Michael. I don't know where you're coming from. If everybody thinks you're funny, you're a moron. You know that. You know you're inbred. Your mama bent you over. Your daddy bent you over. I'm not going to get in here and argue with some stupid, uneducated fool. I didn't say that I was voting that direction. I said I'm an independent and I'm giving news. You just don't like it when people make threats and then you get called out for being like that. Oh, I ain't kidding. I'm good with it. I'm still sounding better than them. Michael. Some people are just retarded. You know, I tell them I'm an independent, straight edge skeptic. Yep, I've got a wife, Jessica. You didn't know that? Everybody. Are you on the air? We are on the air. Good morning. Anyway, that's the end of that news story there. Thank you, Thomas. I appreciate that, brother. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for being with us. But you got to tell the truth like it is. You got to tell people the truth. You know, I tell you, I'm a straight edge independent skeptic. I do the news down the middle like I'm supposed to. I know some people don't get that. I'm sitting here telling a story about a man threatening people's lives, and somebody wants to jump into the feed and get put out because they think they won the internet. So there you go. All right, something more important to talk about. Sid Vicious, a professional wrestler, passed away at age 63. Way more important.
World Wrestling Federation champion. He is intense. He obviously has the physical credentials. Can he beat Brazilian?
Yeah, you got to tell people the truth, guys. They just, I don't know what is wrong with people. You tell a news story, now all of a sudden they turn into defending hate, defending violence. Sid is the man, Jay. Time for him to change his mini pad. Yep. What I don't know about the DNC week. What are you talking about? 76 people shot in Chicago. 20. Is this going to be one of those arguments about my side is right? God, I'm so tired of that. That's good morning. Huh? I can't. Hello? Hey. I'm trying to get to. I'm about to have to go back on. Okay. There's not facts. You just want to. Randall, brother, it's always about one side, and it's not facts. It's imaginary conspiracy theories on both sides of the aisle. None of it's real. If somebody shot somebody, Chicago's always shooting people, just to let you guys know. It had nothing to do with DNC. And I'm not for it one way or the other. Okay, I won't. All right, let me get back. I got to get back. Love you too. Oh my God, Psycho Sid passed away at age 63. At age 63, the professional wrestler has passed away. They dedicated a little time to him on Raw last night. There you go. There's always shootings going on in Chicago, so it's nothing new there. Nothing new there. People act like it is. But it's all, I don't know why people, this is what I don't understand. I didn't even want to get into all this stuff. That's why Bali yesterday, he asked me a question. How come people can't talk politics and the politics of things? And it's just got to be stuff that is personal attacks on these people. Well, it's because they're getting the mama bird media spitting into their mouth and they're spitting it back out. Spitting back out the same stuff that they get told so they can feel like they're good about themselves. Good morning, Zach. You can't feel good about yourselves, guys. You can't, no matter what side of the aisle on, you can't just spit out whatever some suit and tie, $2 haircut that they spend millions of dollars on, suit and tie, red or blue tie guy with a fake smile tells you on the television or the Facebook. They're just trying to get downloads and make millions of dollars. Nothing wrong with them trying to fool people, but that's the way it is. Just like parrots, Martin, that's right. And that's my whole thing. Why people don't seem to understand the issues are what's important. And my good friend Bolly was asking me that yesterday. He even sent me a message about it. I'm like, I don't understand. That's why I don't get into it that much. Good morning to Jay. Thank you for joining us. Good morning, Zach. Jay says politics like gangs instead of Bloods and Crips is Republicans and Democrats. You don't need to say that out loud. They might get mad at you and tell you, no, my side is right. From the CCTV video, it looks like a gang related. Are you talking about the stuff that happened in Chicago? Yeah, it always happens. I know that there's a lot of gang related stuff there, but people just want to put it at, it has to do with politics when it doesn't. And the liars that get on the internet and the TV, they're just lying. They're making money, And remember, there used to be a thing called slander, right? You can't slander people. That's just the truth. You cannot slander people. Liking somebody and not liking somebody is a different story, but you can't slander people. You can't literally slander people. What's up, Christopher Crispies? Morning, boss. How you doing? I'm doing good. How about you? None of them do very well. They all do a bunch of tell people what they want to hear. What's up, Nebraska Terry C? I'm telling you, they tell people what they want to hear because there's no such thing as some of the stuff that's out there in their imagination. You might feel that, Randall, and I'm not against you voting for him. I never talk bad about him. I'll pick on him about his mouth, but I don't talk bad about him because I don't do that. But I don't. Who says she's socialist? She didn't say it. The mainstream media said it. I can sit here and say, "Oh, she ain't nothing but a socialist, a monkey." Da 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 da. That's racism. Okay. Hulk Hogan called her a racist name, and people think it's facts. It's facts. It's all right. She's not black. Yes, she is black. People will say the most unusual thing and say, I can say whatever I want. But we can't blame them. We have 3-hour podcasts versus 5-minute expansions. I can always blame them. No, it's reality. It's reality that they're lying to everybody. And people just want to argue. See, now this is not what I wanted to get into this morning because you don't want me to bring up facts and embarrass people and everything. I don't want to get into this. We got to take a break in just a few moments. I think that people want to tell people what to do. And the problem is you don't even know what the hell you're doing. That's the problem. Back in a moment. That's going out to Michael. No, that don't mean you're not a Christian if you vote for Kamala. That don't mean you're not a Christian if you're not a Christian if you vote for Trump. You're just voting for the person you think is going to do the best job. That has nothing to do with God. Because what would Jesus do? Let me go ahead and tell you something. What would Jesus do? He wouldn't say, hey, go vote for all Republicans. I don't think Kamala voters are based on hate. I think a lot of women want women leadership. I think a lot of people are voting for Trump based on, I just want to get back at everybody then. And I don't think that. No, Jesus would not vote for, Jesus wouldn't vote. He flipped the tables over against the rich who were taking advantage of the poor. He flipped the tables over in the temple. Now, I don't think Jesus is the kind of guy that would hang out with either party. Jesus wouldn't need a gun. See, thank you, Terry, for you saying it like that. That's the way. Bolly was asking questions yesterday, and it worried me last night. But yeah, some people think the N-word passes as a thing. Yeah, I know. But it's Hulk Hogan. Name one truth he has told. Laugh out loud. I know, right? Brother, what you gonna do? Mine, Thomas, is Triple H. Terry C says, I just think a vote for Harris is a vote for a country to continue heading in the wrong direction. I think he said in the direction. It already is which not good. See, that's how somebody has to think right there. Terry is a truck driver. He's thinking about his job. He's thinking about his country. That's how he's thinking. And that's how you want to respond. Not, oh, everybody's evil and everybody's satanic. That's just spitting out parrot stuff. People want to make lies up just to make us all mad at one another. Bali, who, by the way, I want to put this out before I say this, is a gentleman that thinks on both sides. He likes RFK Jr. He's already said he thinks Trump's going to become the president, right? He likes some. He doesn't like any of the right-wing extremists or the left-wing extremists. I just want to put that out there before I read this so that people don't get like. He's just somebody who thinks, he says, this is pure hatred to Harris. And he don't like Harris at all, by the way. I can tell he said it before. Hey, he doesn't think she'll do a good job. You are a Trump worshiper is what he's saying. Wow. I don't know. That's a little extreme, but that's how he feels. Duck says he's into Trump 2024. There you go. Satan's master plan is to divide us. You're right. We have enough division in the world. We can agree to disagree and be friends and move on. There you go, Terry C. That's what I say. Yeah, there is hatred towards RFK Jr. too. Yep. And I know that Jessica feels like he's just an opportunist, and that's her right to feel that way too. No one needs to say it isn't. But Bali feels like, and I feel like this, and probably Bali feels like this too. He has every right to choose who he wants to choose to stand with, right? But Terry C's right. We got into that yesterday, and that's why I tried to ignore it, brother. Everybody who's see, Martin, that sounds a bit childish, bro. You're a 70-year-old man. You shouldn't act like that, brother. They're not all going to cry and stuff. What about all the ones that cried about January 6th when they did wrong? I'm not either side. I'm just saying. Tom says he's down with Trump 2024. See? But he's down with, that's who he wants to vote for. But that's a bit childish acting, Martin, brother. You're better than that. I know you are. No, it's not. No, it's not. They actually attacked with a bunch of racist white men that went up there and did it. And the poor people that were just there to support the former president got pushed into the Capitol by a bunch of losers. Welcome back into RyanORadio Penitentiary. Didn't want to get into this morning, but you got a few people who did. You know, here's what I got to say. If you wake up every morning with hate in your heart for somebody that's different than you, and you wake up every morning with hate in your heart, and the first thing you wake up every morning is thinking about everything else there is out there and the destruction of the world. Oh, I remember the last time, Martin. I know about that. That was funny on 2016. But I know we're better than that. We are better than that because we're older. You and I are. I don't know about some of the rest of them, but I know it's not fair. But here's what I want to say. What would Jesus do? He would expect you to love someone different than you. There's a few people in the feed right now trying to pull that back and get into something else. But how am I supposed to convince non-believers that Jesus is about love when we're arguing about things that the devil has got your emotions up high about something. And you wake up every morning thinking about, it's 20 minutes away from the top of the hour, 64 degrees, thinking about stuff and spitting out this parrot stuff and spitting out the stuff all these people are saying and everything. And Jesus be disgusted with everybody, hating on one another, saying my side's right and the other side's wrong. If you wake up every morning and you got this, and I'm not saying because we're all humans, we do have it on every little thing, and no, we're not perfect, and that's what we're going to be. Don't get me wrong. We are going to be like that. And how am I supposed to help portray as a follower of Christ towards non-believers to show them that I want to listen to them and understand them and bring them to understand me if I'm going to sit there and say that everything somebody else is just, you're evil, you're wrong, I'm only right. And I wake up with that hate in my heart every morning. I don't wake up when I get up in the mornings to come to work thinking about what's going on in the news. I get here, I read the news, and I do what I'm supposed to do. I don't wake up, go to bed like I did go to bed worrying about my feed last night, all the people in here that I care about, and the difference, not the different opinions, but how it went way, way too far somewhat yesterday. And I was very worried, and I prayed over everyone last night. I know you did. Even the ones that didn't want me to pray over you, I did too. I'm sorry, Bale. I'm sorry. But it's just the way I am. I care about the people that come in this feed. And I care about the listeners out there. And I care about people that are paying attention to this show. That's why I fight against the corporate media and not say that everything they're saying is right. Because everything they're saying, we're going to point out that if it's on my side, if it's what I like, if it's who I vote for, or who my people, that I'm right and everybody else is wrong and they're attacking me. No, that's not a lie. I sit here and told a story about a guy that literally threatened to murder people, and then I have somebody come in and want to defend that. Why? And everything. So what would Jesus do? If you wake up every morning wanting to just tear into somebody that's different than you, if all the dirty words are, you're on the left side and all of them are, you're calling all these people fascist and racist and everything, and then you're on the right side and everybody's libs and they're this and that. Guys, you're waking too much up in hate. And I know that some of the people that are not believers, this is not going to work for you, but for the believers, if you believe in Jesus, what would Jesus do? He wouldn't be dropping F-bombs. He really wouldn't. So I'm just saying that. And I want to make it clear. Jessica wants to know why. Oh, Bali says, I just can't stand the laugh of Kamali. See there? She sounds AI to me. Trump's cursing and shouts like a normal person. See? Hey, see, he said this. Is it? I listen to America's Talk Network. If America's Talk Network is constantly just telling you what you want to hear, Randall, they're not telling the news, bro. They make money off of this. I don't know why people don't understand that. Jesus will make everything better. That's right, Thomas. Miss Jessica asked me this. I don't know why you believe in God. I can't. I know the reason. Well, I'm standing here today, a survivor of cancer, walking around at my age like I'm 25 years old. I don't get sick. I don't take any kind of pills, drugs, or anything. I don't do anything to alternate my mind. I don't do anything like that. God takes care of everything for me. When I think when I'm like other people, like, okay, this is about to be, we're about to be on the edge of probably something bad happening. Boom, 100 things good happen at one time. God's blessing me. I believe in God for him saving my life. I believe him in bringing people into my life. I believe him in bringing all of you people into my life. whether you believe or not. And I don't go to church based upon whether somebody else likes it or not. Everybody's sinners out there. Everybody's sinners out there. Sinners out there. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's humans. And people are going to talk bad about, people are going to disagree with people that you might love and stuff like that, Jessica, or friends you might love, or, like, hey, how come this, and this? God is all about respecting and loving everyone. And you can't turn your back on him just because a few people use him to justify their hatred. So he's done everything for me. He gave me this opportunity to be on the radio, to be in radio, to be on the internet, to be doing something, to have all you wonderful people with me, even though you guys get into arguments and everything. And even the non-believers, I pray over you guys every day because I know that there's something that caused you to walk away from them. And it was some idiot that caused you, not God, some idiot. And I just want to show you that not all of us are like that. So I hope that was good for you as an explanation. Thank you, Jessica, for asking that question. 15 minutes away from the top of the hour and everything. And that's for all my non-believers on there too. Rice University, a student was shot there. Check out the WQEE page for more details on that. The captain of the Super Yacht that went down off the coast of Italy in a storm was questioned for about 2 hours by Italian prosecutors as they investigate into the disaster, and there may be manslaughter charges being brought against the captain, the 51-year-old James Cutfield of New Zealand, possible manslaughter charges and shipwreck charges being brought against this man. Wow. 4 people were killed, ladies and gentlemen, and 13 injured in a Russian launch attack that was unknown. Also, China threatens to take necessary measures over U.S. sanctions 3 years after the Kabul airport attack. The current administration remembers 13 U.S. service soldiers there. Thank you, Terry C., for saying great testimony. That's for you, brother. Thank you. Amen, Pete. There you go. Thank you, Bali. He says, Ryan, I've read that 100,000 total missiles in Poland, 99 missed and 1 hit. Wow. There's a few things there. Also, family fears the worst for a search continues for an ex-MLB player's daughter, a little young blonde girl that's missing. And I hope that she hasn't been, quote, taken and put in the underground, as we know that stuff is real out there as well in other countries. So we're hoping that this young lady is discovered pretty soon, and it's just her running off and doing what people do sometimes. Students and faculty at Rice University in Houston were locked down on the first day of classes Monday after a student was found shot to death inside a dorm room. Rice University Police Department investigating a potential homicide at the college. All students stayed in their dorm rooms until further notice. That was about 5:40 p.m., I should say, Central Standard Time. 10 minutes away from the top of the hour. Yes, it is horrifying, 12. These are all horrifying deals. We'll keep these for those that don't believe, but those who do, we'll keep these people in our prayers and everything. And the family is fearing the worst there right now for that ex-MLB baseball player, Greg Swindell's daughter. Brenda Swindell, a single mother of 3 and the daughter of former Major League Baseball player Greg, has been missing from Austin, Texas since Thursday, nearly 2 months after the woman told authorities that her then boyfriend would kill her. The 29-year-old and her ex-boyfriend Morgan was last seen together at 10:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at a Hilltop Roadhouse in Spicewood. And of course, please help our daughter Brenda. It has not been seen or heard from in the Austin area since Thursday. Her mother Sarah put on the Facebook, and also she says her phone is off and she has not been in contact with family, friends, and most importantly, her child. Her ex-boyfriend is in the photo with us, to be on the lookout for both of them. We'll keep prayers for them as well. Bobby says they're mainly targeting Ukraine power grid, half nation blacked out. Yep, that was in the headline news there. We're going to take a break. Back in a moment, ladies and germs. We appreciate you being with us on this edition of the RyanORadio Penitentiary.
Style, charisma, and a smile is 21 out of 10. You know Aflac can help keep unexpected health care costs from ruining someone's finances. Check out this coverage.
I'm not going to say that out loud there, Bolly. See, Bolly has an opinion on both sides. People want to talk. I know you want to talk policy, but we're not going to get into that. You can put what you want in there, though, no problem. $2,029 will be 2,000 years since Jesus has taken the seat in heaven after he cast Satan and his demons out of heaven.
And lead generation tools to build a business that lasts. If you're interested in learning about our pre-licensed school or how to get started, call 678-634-9770.
You see, Bolly doesn't.
The House of Light.
He has opinion on both sides.
Offering a safe space for healing through our compassionate practitioners, services, classes, and wisdom. Plus,
I believe that we got a demon-filled world. Thank you, Little Z, for being here.
Calvin the Force is Newman's own addiction recovery support center. We exist to provide.
That's what some people said, Bolly.
For individuals and family members who have been impacted by addiction. Our services, all of our information is available on our website at www.
Satan.
Or follow us on Facebook.
Information around will be on the look into. But Satan was cast out of heaven because he thought he was equal to God. But if there's some information, you got my email. I'll read some things. Believe me.
Right here on WQEE 99.1 FM. Hey, sports fans, it's Rod Peterson here, host of the Rod Peterson.
Martin says when Israel became a nation in 1948, that is one generation to the second coming. That right there is what it is. Well, Miss Jessica, I hope you're still on with us. Carrie C says, hey, Toothy. Yeah, there you go. But Randy, yeah, if you got some information on it, send it over. You got my email. I got your email from yesterday, what you sent me and everything. I appreciate that. And everything. I don't give out personal information on what you said, so I won't be saying that. Welcome back into RyanORadio Penitentiary. We're a couple of minutes away from the top of the hour, though. Yeah, almost 8 minutes. Which of these classic movies do you watch when it comes on television or stream? 9 to 5 with Dolly Parton, 33% of the votes. Airplane, Barbara Billingsley, and they're doing the jive talking, 28% of the votes. Caddyshack with Bill Murray, 22% of the votes. I cannot believe Smokey the Bandit is at the bottom. 17% of the votes for them. Jessica says she feels like her candidate is a happy woman. That's why she laughs. Uh-oh, look it up, Bolly. One generation in ancient terms is 80 to 100 years. Yeah. Time is ticking. Tick, tock, tick, tock. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, they say. All right, we got all the headline news out of the way. We're going to do our movie reviews in the final period, and we got football action coming for you. Picks to click coming up in the next hour. We're going to dive into a few other little things as well. Check out our WQEE page and follow the Facebook page this morning. Like, subscribe, and come on the YouTube page for all those wonderful, fantastic people there, and give us a poll like there. Martin says 1948 tonight. Oh, okay. Is having a good time. Jessica from California says, it's time to exercise, guys. Go outside and do something physically challenging. Well, wait till after the show is over and they can, Jessica. She'd be like, no, Ryan, now. Dallas Cowboy wide receiver CD Lamb agreed to a $136 million extension with the Dallas Cowboys, 4 years to his contract. Oh, my goodness. Also, Cleveland Browns running back Nick Chubb misses the season's first 4 games of an injury. Kansas City Chiefs to reunite with wide receiver Juju Smith. And Patriots quarterback Jacob breathing good after throwing his shoulder out with throwing a shoulder injury, says the coach. All that and much more in your headline news. There you go, your sports news. That's right. Stay fit, says 12, says Stay Fit. He's in Utah this morning. Must be doing some work. All right. Ooh, I tell you what, I watched this Wyatt Earp documentary. Of course, I'm going to tell you more about the Superman documentary coming up here a little bit later on this morning with Christopher Reeve. But I watched this Wyatt Earp documentary. Dude, seriously. The before, the during, and the after the OK Corral. One of the guys that survived the shooting between the Earps, Doc Holliday, who shot the 4 guys to the OK Corral. One of them survived, went hiding for years. He was one of these people that had everybody believing that he was a good guy. And a lot of people thought, well, because he was from the South and the Earps and Doc Holliday and them was from the North. This was I think, many years after the Civil War. Some people, they fought a cowboy war is what it was called. And there was people that was on the side of one of the enemies of the Earps. You guys check this out. Wyatt Earp wanted everybody to know he was a decent guy, but he went out and went after the guys that killed his family, and they did. So check it out. It's Wyatt Earp. If you got Netflix, check it out. If not, you can find all this stuff on stream somewhere. I mean, you can find anything you want on the internet. And I'm not telling you to look up it for free or anything like that. I'm not saying do that, but you can. You can. So there you go. But it was a pretty good series. I learned a lot more that it was more that Wyatt Earp dated the sheriff's girlfriend or whatever, and they had a relationship, and the sheriff lied on Wyatt in court. Back then, I guess they didn't take it as serious as they do. You go to prison today for lying. Back then, they didn't do it. They let the guy continue to be sheriff after he found out he lied. He wanted to bring up that he was dating the sheriff's wife, never brought her in. He had a lawyer that got him off, a lawyer that was an actor, a lawyer, and everything like that back in the day. I don't know. It's just, you got to check it out. It's called, it's Wyatt Earp. It's on Netflix. Back in a moment. Labor history, Rick Smith. The stuff you see about Wyatt Earp is not 100% true. He was a good guy, but one of those brothers survived and went around, and he was with a group called the Cowboys, and they were kind of rebellious back in the day. They were a gang in Tombstone, Arizona, and they were still kind of fighting the Civil War in a way. That's what the White Earth thing was about. Yeah, I heard about that. I did. I heard about that, Martin. Are you asking me, Bali? It's Wyatt Earp on Netflix. Or you can find it on any stream online. I'm not telling you to go online and I'm not telling you to go online and do anything illegal, but you can find it. But it's a good little 6-part series that you learn more about Tombstone, all the stuff that we were just taught. We were taught the small parts of Tombstone. This is the big before, middle, and after this. I'm like, man, it just sounds so much like some of the stuff that goes on today. God bless you, Pete. What did Pete do? Yes, it's 62 degrees here. Randy always drops in his daily verse for us, Jessica. And Randall, I still pray for all of you guys, even though you don't want me to, but I still love you. People don't think I do. Supposed to, but we're supposed to love everyone. So you're what? Are you saying your great granddaddy was a cattle rustler? Oh, I love to hear that story, Martin. That would be cool. We'll say this is how it is. You gotta discover advanced nutrition made to fuel strength and stamina in active dogs like yours at ProPlantSport.com. Oh, I gotta get rid of this. No, he was a vigilante and went. Oh, he went after cattle rustlers. Okay, vigilante. I'd like to learn more about that. I don't think Jessica does that. I think she just has been hurt by the church because she says she once went.
NBC News Radio, I'm Tammy Trujillo. A dangerous heat wave returns to the central and eastern U.S. this week. Lisa Taylor has details.
Forecasters say there will be unseasonably hot temperatures in the upper Midwest and mid-Atlantic, where it could feel like 105 to 115.
I know you're not, Jessica.
Stay indoors if you can. Check on the elderly. Keep your pets indoors. And this is going to last not only today, but tomorrow. The good news is it's supposed to cool down a little bit.
Job done. God bless, Ryan. There you go, Randy. Stay on. Don't move, bro. It's all good.
I'm Lisa Taylor. President Biden is calling the Russian attack on Ukraine's power grid.
Let's go ahead. Page. Is it? Stay with us, Randy. Don't leave. Gotta have a lot of fun. You got sports and stuff to talk about. We have a lot of people with different backgrounds in here. We just pray over them. I just know that some people are hurt by what some people do. And that's why I gave my testimony earlier.
10 seconds of light exercise. That's according to a new study on hand. Even light activity can help boost blood flow to the prefrontal.
What's up, Captain? Hot Buns! Captain Hot Buns! I said do it like that. Try to keep it a little lighted here. Patriot! The Patriot Captain Hot Buns are the new tag team, and I'm going to be their manager, and we're going to go after the WWE Tag Team belts, brother. Good morning to you. The way I say your names, it just sounds like wrestling. Sorry. Oh, good morning, Alex. My friend, how you doing? I know some people judge out there, Jessica, on certain things. That's the extreme watching television thing, like I said. But as a Christian, we pray. A Christian's supposed to pray for everyone and love everyone. What's up, brother? I'm trying to fire up and get away from, try to keep it on the fun level this morning. So you and Captain Hot Buns. I can turn you into a tag team. Because there was a wrestler called the Patriot years ago. He was one of my favorite ones, too. Alex, I think I do remember you. I appreciate it. You've been here, my friend. Little sister. She had her birthday on Saturday, guys.
Shopping for insurance doesn't have to be stressful. I'm Christy, owner of Oakland Insurance, located here in Newton, Georgia. We're an independent agency.
See how?
Multiple carriers for home, auto, life, health, and commercial insurance. We're your one-stop shop for your insurance needs. www.insurewithellsworth.com 770-755-7053. We look forward to meeting you soon.
Hopefully, I don't miss the verses when I want to put them on the air for everyone. Oh, I know it. I know the countries they do that, Bolly. They force things. They just don't give up. To be diverse. We're still one of the best countries in the world. The arguments out there.
Join us daily for 2 hours of Atlanta's funnest sports talk right here on WQEE. I say fun because it is. You've never heard a show like it because we.
Oh, Alex, where do you live? Uh-oh. Putting me on the spot, Alex. You're going to get me because I forgot. I apologize, buddy. Well, I don't think you are, Jessica. I do remember Hillbilly Jim. Terry C. God bless you in the name of Jesus Christ. And I hope I don't think I saw that. If he made you feel like that, I apologize. He apologized because Brandy's not a terrible person. You're right, Bobby. A lot of religions do not respect women whatsoever. You're right about that. Hey, Pepper, good morning to you. Oh, okay, I see. I see what he said. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. I didn't even know there was anything said earlier. So, this thing's going by too fast for me. Now I see what Randy's saying to Jessica.
Shawn Michaels will be intimidating. No, but there's no question Sid has the views and opinions of this show program are not the views and opinions of this station, its management, or its clientele.
Yes, let's have quiet on the set. Do you know why? Because the RyanORadio Penitentiary is on the air, and it is totally. Yes, it is. Good morning to you. 78,000 plus of you worldwide on the Shoutcast Shout Out Loud across the RyanORadio media page. Earth, Rock Radio, New Mexico, Arizona, and the Navajo Nation. We're across the British Columbia Isles of Canada, and finally across that Jordan Communication and Family Radio stations, WZEV 90.5 FM in Lineville and 99.1 FM in Atlanta area. RyanORadio Penitentiary. I'm Ryan O'Neal, your home for Southern inspirational talk and more Southern sports. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and good night to everybody out there. We welcome you guys into period number 2. It's 11 minutes past the hour, 62 degrees out there in the metro Atlanta area of Newnan, 64 in Atlanta, and 65 in Auburn, Opelika in Alabama side. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome in Psycho Sid Vicious. The big man has passed away at age 63. Former WWE and WCW heavyweight champion he was a 2-time WWE champion, WCW champion. He has been around the sport. Has passed away at age 63. What a month or so we've had. We've had Kevin Sullivan die. We've had Big Sid Vicious die. There was a picture on there from Royal Rumble, I think it was a few years ago, or Survivor Series. It had the Road Warriors, Big Boss Man, and Sid Vicious who were on a team at one time. All 4 of them have passed away, and Sid was the last one to pass away this just recently. No whatsoever complications. We'll get into that. His son just released it out on there. Sid Udy is his name, and Sid Vicious. God bless him and everything. So that was one of our top stories there. Good morning, wow. Not good morning, wow. What will say? Welcome back into RyanORadio Penitentiary. The feed is getting hot up in there. And we pray for everyone. And you know what? This is what I'm going to show you this hour. Our good friend Richard Holdridge joins us in just a few moments. We'll go inside the Friday Night Lights Scoreboard. The board is lighting up. We're gonna talk some picks to hit in the NFL. We're gonna get to college football action and more. Also, we got a few other little headline news I want to drop in there and sports news for you. I'm going to I love this one from the Patriot this morning. I'm going to use that as our daily devotion. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pray over your nephew, Jessica. And the reason there's a lot of people with different opinions in there is how people were, feel and brought up. But I'm going to pray for everybody. In the name of Jesus Christ, we're going to pray over our audience out there and over Jessica and Jessica's nephew, because she's understanding that her nephew is what they would feel. I guess, uncomfortable or in pain from differences of people having differences. This is what mainstream media does. This is what lies these people do to continue to hurt one another, people on each other's side. And I'm going to pray over everybody here to allow that feeling when you wake up to come out of you. Allow that feeling of anger to come out of us, because we're all human beings and there's all anger and all different opinions. I know that some of our listeners don't believe, but we're still going to pray over them, because I still care. I want to show them who you really are, God, and not what they say you are on television. In Jesus' name, amen. So there you go. The Patriot says, love one another for the love of God, and everyone that is loving is born of God, and knowing God. He that loved not know God, for God is love. So, beloved, let us love one another. 1 John. There you go. I like that. I like it. Hello. How you doing, brother or sister? I don't know if Stippy is with it, brother or sister, but good morning to you. Love to the Iranians. Love to everybody. I love everybody. Israel, of course. We're behind Israel. And amen. Thank you there, sisters and brothers and sisters. I didn't mean to turn this into a religious thing, but I just wanted to make sure there's people feeling uncomfortable this morning and not feeling well, and disagreements happening. And I want everybody to understand that we're going to come together. I'm not going to let the enemy divide us just because you guys disagree on different things. I'm not going to allow that to happen. I'm going to get attacked, guy, but hey, don't worry. I don't care getting attacked. God is doing so many blessings in my life this week. So there you go. And that's another thing there, Jessica. So believe you me, you can go back and tell everybody, hey, at least there's one person out there that's following Christ that is loving you and praying over you. And you can tell your nephew that. All right. Anyway, Toothy, there you go. Glad to see you this morning again. I do remember Sodom and Gomorrah. They do that, Jessica. That's just people that are not understanding the world. And you just have to keep praying. Some people use things. Whoa, wait. Little Logan Paul's back. I got to say hello to him right quick. Sorry, everybody. I'll say hello to him in just a few moments. Got to say hello to him. I'm not going to bring up that LA Knight's the U.S. champion now. Oh! But we do pray over him there, Jessica, and let him know that there's people who just don't understand. And a lot of people don't understand. That's why they get very angry. And that's why the enemy gets into them. And that's why they could say things. I know I'm turning this into a little bit of a religious thing, but I don't care. I just want to explain that that's what's going on. And that's how people are divided, because that enemy's happy that you're hating one another. Happy that you're trying to go after people that are and everything. Happy. Some people are very rude. Logan Paul, I'm not a little now. I know you're 13, buddy. We said happy birthday to you on your birthday. I hope I'm glad you're back, young man. Little Z she just had her birthday this past weekend. She's 15. So both of you are teens. So there you go. Welcome to the teenage world. The future is with you guys. Well, like this baseball player's daughter that's missing. I don't know what's going on with her and the brother. There you go. I mean, her and the boyfriend. All right, 18 minutes past the hour. Randy, I got to do your devotion day, brought to you by our friends at Noonan City Church. Noonan City Church. And thank you, Terry, for the amen. Thank you, Pepper, for the amen. Thank you, Thomas. Thank you, Little Z. Thank you, The Patriot. Thank you. Let's see. Let me go ahead Patriot, that was his. I want to get Randy's in here. I always do his every morning when he comes in. And everything. Here we go. All right, Randy says Hebrew 11:6. And without faith, it is impossible to please God, because anyone who comes to him must believe that he exists and that he rewards those who earnestly seek him. In Jesus' name, amen. There you go. That's a good one. Definitely so. I'm definitely for that. And that's today's daily devotion, brought to you by our friends at Noonan City Church, 17 First Avenue, here in the metro Atlanta area of Noonan. That's right. Amen. So, every Sunday morning, 8 a.m., 9 a.m., and 10:30 services, evening services at 6:30. Randy says, the point is the devil attacks whom he's threatened by, and by influencing children, he influences their future. Yes, he's threatened, but he also takes people's weaknesses, which could be anything from politics to disagreeing with somebody that's different than you, that looks different than you. He can take all that stuff and he can use that to make it even more angry, because we're humans, and that's how it is. That's another thing he does too. Logan Paul Jr., I'm officially true double digit. Woohoo! Woohoo! Double digit. There you go. Good morning. The Patriot says, we fall short of God's glory, Jessica. My daughter is an atheist. Breaks my heart too. All you can do is continue to love people that have differences than you and everything. That's why I try to show the love of Jesus and that I'm a follower of Jesus through my show, through respect for everyone and everything, because I want people to know that we're all different. We've all been through a lot of pain in this world, and the enemy, like Randy says, will attack people, and he attacks everyone. So I just want everybody to understand that, and that's why I'm here to pray for you. Amen. And Tiffany, how you doing, sister? I hope you're doing good this morning, my friend. And Logan Paul, yes, the new Deadpool movie, Wolverine movie's kicking some butt, brother, isn't it? We're going to talk about that in the final period. It's back #1 this week. We're going to talk about that. Martin said, hey, all this is biblical. That's my elder statesman in the house. He said, it's all biblical, brother. Says sisters. It's all biblical. People. All right, let's see here. Let's move on to a couple little headlines. Just lead them to the water and pray God inspires them to drink it. Amen. I saw Deadpool the day before it came out. Ooh, look, don't tell me how you saw it, because I don't want you to get in trouble there. All right, let's do a couple little headline news as we head into our interview with Friday Night Lights Scoreboard, the one, the only, our good friend. You got it, and I got it. And his name is Richard Holdridge. Hey, Babe Ruth's jersey that he wore during the big, pointing out that he was going to hit that home run, calling the shot. You guys might remember this from history class. The baseball uniform worn by Babe Ruth had famously calling the shot in 1932's World Series went for a record-breaking amount of $24.12 million. Wow. Wow, that is just wow. Chicago Bears defensive back Douglas Coleman was hospitalized after an injury during a game with the Chiefs in the preseason win over the Chiefs. Philadelphia Eagles have traded for a wide receiver from the Commanders, Joanne Dotson. There you go, and everything. So that's just a few things going on in the headline news. Just a few things. Ryan says, hi. Logan Paul says, hi, Ryan. Hey, you hear about Sid Vicious passing away, Logan Paul Jr.? Hey, look, Randall is not wrong at all, too. The shadow knows. Who knows what evil lurks in the hearts of men? You're right, Randall. But we will definitely be here together. And let me make you happy. There you go. We're going to make you happy. We're going to do a little sports and stuff. And movies. We're going to talk movies in the final period, ladies and gentlemen. That is definitely coming up for you. A couple other headline news. We told you Dallas Cowboys wide receiver C.D. Lamb agrees to a $136 million 4-year extension with them. Oh, man. Cleveland Browns running back Nick Chubb misses the season first 4 games due to an injury. And the captain of the Super Yacht, ladies and gentlemen, has been looked into. The captain of the Super Yacht that went down off the coast of Italy is being questioned. He questioned for about 2 hours by Italian prosecutors. They were looking to investigate into the destruction and the disaster, possibly with 7 people killed this week. Investigating into Captain 51-year-old James Cutfield of New Zealand. There's a possibility of him being charged with manslaughter and super wreck charges as well. 4 killed, 13 injured as Russia launches an attack into Ukraine, ladies and gentlemen, this morning. China threatens to take some necessary measures they think are necessary towards our U.S. sanctions. And 3 years after the Kabul airport attack, the current administration remembers 13 U.S. service members killed there. That is some of the headline news for you. And pop superstar Justin Bieber, along with his wife, Haley, have just welcomed their first child. I know some of you, Justin Bieber having a child. You got to feel old now, ladies and gentlemen. You got to feel old that the Beeb has a baby. There's a little baby out there. A little baby. There's a little baby out there. There's a little baby out there. There's a little baby out there. Justin Bieber and Haley's first child. You know, Haley's kin to the Baldwins. She's the daughter of Alec Baldwin. Their first child by the name of Jack. There's a little baby out there. A Justin Bieber. Yes, a little baby. His name is Jack. He's a little baby. The Bieber. The little baby. The little Bieber. Welcome to the world, little Bieber. See you, little Z. Good. You have a great afternoon, young lady. Thank you for being with us. The Bieber has a little baby. Justin Bieber and his wife, Haley, who they got a little Bieber. Yes, the legend dying. Even sadder, both Moans are gone. Yes, they are gone. There's a young man, 13, that is actually knows his wrestling history. You have a great day, little Z. Thank you for saying bye, Ryan. We're going to take a break. Stay tuned. More on the way as the RyanORadio Penitentiary cruises on. Back in a moment. Good morning.
Hey.
Hey, brother. How's it going?
Oh, pretty good.
All right. Well, you sound excited this morning, and I think you're ecstatic to be awake early.
I woke up kind of sick a little bit this morning.
Yeah, I figured you were a little.
Coffee.
Coffee is your best friend when you're feeling like that.
Yeah.
Well, it's got a big brown baby. I love that song, Randall. I love that band, Primus. Did Russia take back the ground Ukraine took this last attack you read? Yep, it did, Patriot. That's according to this news source, it is. Oh, I thought you won't make him because that was a poll question yesterday. I'm glad I was influencing to you. Let's see here. We'll get rid of that. We'll put that in here. And we'll get rid of this because we got Friday Night Lights music. Got Friday Night Lights music. What we're going to do, we'll do our picks to hit here and everything. But what I'm going to do is we'll kick off with, and I know you talked about it yesterday, and I did a little bit too, about the young man passing away in Alabama. We'll talk about that a little bit, give a little highlights of Friday Night Lights. We'll get ready for SEC. We'll get ready for college week by talking about Georgia Tech and Florida State really quick, and then we'll do the picks to hit.
Okay.
That way that we got that in that order. You told your wife it was going to be my fault because you made bacon last night. Martin, thank you for answering the question that Jessica asked.
Adopt, don't shop. Save a life at Coweta County Shelter today.
Yeah, it's been a busy weekend, Richard. I was over at the West Georgia Black Chamber of Commerce. I've had guests come. I got 2 or 3 new accounts. I've got people all week long to speak with. I've got all kinds of things getting busy here. Everybody's getting busy here. And I got to get back with the guys over there in hometown sports media.
There you go.
It's getting busy over here, brother. All right, we're getting ready to go on. I'm feeling like a real radio station now.
There you go.
Oh, you hear that music in the background? You know what it means. Oh, yeah, baby. It's that time again. I'm feeling it now. Friday night's always a great night for football for TGIF and Friday Night Lights, but also Saturday nights, Sunday nights, Monday nights, Thursday nights, and especially on Twisted Tuesday mornings, because we always kick off football season in style all year round with our sports analyst from the Sports Beat, presented by Georgia Alabama Sports Live, high school football, basketball, baseball. He's done it all, from professional sports to high school sports and everything in between. He's a father. He's a husband. He's a military man. Please welcome our sports analyst and the man that knows how to pick them in the picks to hit, the one, the only, Richard Holdridge. Good morning, Richard.
Hey, good morning, Ryan.
I hope you're doing good on this Twisted Tuesday morning, my brother.
I'll do it as good as I can ever be.
I know you are so busy over there at Georgia Alabama Sports Live, in between that, your real job, and being around the family. So I know you got a lot going on, and it sounds like you got a big cup of coffee in front of you for us to talk a little sports this morning. And I just want to go ahead and give you the rundown before we do our NFL or our picks to hit. Last week, I got 8 of the NFL games right and all 4 CFL games right. You got 10 of the NFL games right and 2 of the CFL games right. So in a way, we were kind of tied when we added the overtime into that, but you did really well as always. And we're going to get into week 1 starting this Thursday night, and that's going to be the Ravens and, of course, the Chiefs. We'll get into that in just a few moments. But first, I want to kick this off a little somber, a little sad. You talked about it on your show yesterday. I talked about it on my show yesterday. An Alabama high school football quarterback passed away after a game due to a head injury.
Yeah, it's sad. I mean, like it really comes life into perspective. I know that the community is hurting right now for the loss. And, I know that injuries are part of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes things happen in a moment, and there's nothing you can do about it. And I hope that there's like an investigation going on to find out like what was the cause of this,
Right.
and how can we make the game safer.
We got to learn to do that for sure. There's been a lot of activities going on. It's one of the first times I've heard this in a long time. Here that the kid gets sick, the heat's overwhelming, and some kids in the country in different high school sports, and they're getting sick and dying. So, like you said, there needs to be some rules and regs to when we start these games, how we start them, and everything, and safety rules for there. And I also heard you talking yesterday on your show about a broadcaster who passed away as well.
Yeah, it's down in the Spurrow area. I don't have the name of the broadcaster, but it's really shocked because I don't want to put back on me, but calling these high school football games, honestly, you're doing something that you love.
Mm-hmm.
You're driving home from the game, and unfortunately, he was killed in a car accident. I mean, it really puts life into perspective once again.
Yeah, life is short. Life needs to be put in perspective and everything. And I know we're starting this off kind of somber, but we've got to put all that out there. Good morning, Matt. Thank you for joining us. We got to put that out there because we want everybody to know that we are people first. We are humans first, and that everything else is part of fun and excitement. And football, especially high school football, college football, NFL, and everything. This is fun stuff. It's dangerous. There's a lot of stuff that goes on, and we just wanted to get that information out there. What a weekend it was for high school football action. I'm going to start with Glenwood and Valley, the game you called. Oh, my goodness. The Gators just came from behind and made the Valley Rams just kind of like, whoa, what happened to us? Man, how was that game?
Oh, the game was incredible. Valley was up 20. The Glenwood quarterback, Levi Pinder, threw a touchdown in the back of the end zone to Cal Lord, and that could have gone either way.
Mm-hmm.
Which always goes to the receiver. But, Valley would have intercepted that. They would have blown out Glenwood.
Yep.
I think that touchdown is the blunder by Glenwood on the punt.
Uh-huh.
It gave Glenwood great field position. They're going to get the ball to start the second half. Glenwood knew they were in the game.
Right.
And then their defense had to hold on. And they shut down Valley in that second half. You got to give credit to that defense. That defense.
Yeah, you definitely do.
And this is a state win. And this is to all the Alabama Writers Association writers, all the sports writers in Alabama.
Okay.
Part of the Alabama Writers Association.
Right.
Who did not give Glenwood one single vote in the 3A poll.
Wow. It was a statement win for the Gators against a Valley Rams team that's looked good in the last few years. They didn't just beat a team that was, let's just say, was easy to beat. This wasn't a game that was easy for them to beat in the first week in Alabama football. This is a pretty tough task for the Gators, and they moved into a new division this year. Am I right?
Yeah, Glenwood is now in 3A with the AHSAA.
Well, it is.
Are you talking about Valley? Valley's still in 5A.
No, I'm talking about Glenwood.
Yeah, Glenwood's in 3A.
Right.
3A school beat a 5A.
That's right. A 3A school beat a 5A school, which it should have not been. It should have been, I guess everybody expected Valley to come out. I expected it to be this close. I really did. Let me tell you, I expected Glenwood and Valley to be as close as it was, 21-20. I was going to think kind of Valley may come out on top, but I never doubted Glenwood having a chance. I was one person that never doubted that. To me, I was excited because these were two teams that I knew that I've always wanted to see face each other the last few years. And it was a very good game. So I was glad you were able to call that and bring the excitement there. And I know when you guys do the Glenwood Coaches Show, you guys are going to have a lot to talk about with the coach, right?
Yeah, we had the Glenwood Coaches Show yesterday.
Okay. So you guys had a lot to talk about.
Yeah, we did. We sure did.
Well, we got a couple other games I want to jump into. I'm going to talk about, and then we'll get into a few other things. I'm going to talk about a couple other ones you guys did, the Carver and the Spencer in a moment. But Noonan and EC Friday night, the East Coweta Indians, EC Indians, defeated Noonan 30-28. Really close game there, and I think it was at Drake Stadium here. And Noonan, man, what a game it was. Noonan was leading that series in the beginning. It then it went back and forth. So this was a true rival game, Richard.
Yeah, East Coweta ends up pulling it off at the last minute. Both teams are out 1-1. Coweta is going to take North Cobb. I thought that this was one of those games where
the whole town was almost shut down because this was the game on Friday night here. And speaking of the game on Friday night in your neck of the woods, Carver Spencer, oh my goodness, the excitement about this game.
Well, it is the Heritage Bowl.
Yep.
More than just the game. It's the tradition of tailgating and getting all the former Carver and Spencer alums together. And it was a great event. My game day was there. And it was a one-possession game. Spencer had a chance to maybe tie it with the final possession. Carver did make some mistakes that allowed Spencer to come back into the game.
Right.
But I was impressed with Elijah Fudge, the quarterback for Spencer. I mean, he looked pretty good. Carver's got a running back. He's Kelton Tarver.
Right.
He used to be at Buffalo County. And Carver's also got a pretty good wide receiver, Brandon Jake. Matthew Bugson's the quarterback.
Right.
Carver's now 2-0. And they face the 2-0 Harris County next week.
Well, there you go. Excited about that. Before we get into the Harris County, Troup County game and a couple other games, man, we got to say congratulations. We spoke with him yesterday, Coach Tommy Lewis, as the landmark Christian Eagles defeated their opponent, Cross Keys, 44-6. They really dominated that game this past Friday night, Richard.
Yeah, what a great win for Coach Tommy Lewis. I think that, with the reclassification, I think they're still the same reclassification, but I think that's really a confidence booster, especially, when you're getting into your tough schedule.
Yep. And I mean, they've got a big game against Towers this week, Thursday night game. I think it's going to be a tough one for them, but this was a big win. This was a big win. This was
Also remember, they're a private school, right?
Yep, they're a private school, and not
a separate bracket with all 3A to 1A private.
Yep, that's exactly right. It was a win that needed to be done. It was hey, here we are. This is what we are. And they're riding high on it. And I told the coach yesterday to tell the team, focus on Thursday night. I'll ride high for them, and I'll be the one running around talking about them and everything. So I'll be giving them the praises they deserve. So, and he said, that sounds like a deal. Well, Harris County defeated Troup County. LaGrange defeated Early County. But let's talk about those games right quick. And Stars Mills over Whitewater. But first, Harris County, Troup County. This one I know is a kind of a rival game in a way. It's kind of like Alabama. It's kind of like Auburn and Georgia in a way. It's still Auburn and Alabama. So.
Well, it was the Harris County defense that set the tone because Troup County was moving the ball and turned the ball right in the red zone. Harris County, Rhea Ogletree just looked fantastic. Harris County was a big defensive stop, and they beat Troup County for the first time since 2020. And this is a rivalry game because they're border counties.
Yep.
And Harris County's now 2-0. I actually picked Troup County to win this game.
Oh, I know.
Because they obliterated Villarica. So you get a team like that on the road.
Oh, I know.
Up in Villarica. And I had Billy Lindahl on the show. And
yep.
Talked about, just Villarica. And now they were just stunned.
Billy's a great guy. It was. Look, I'm going to tell you something. This season so far in high school sports, Richard, I don't know about you, but to me, this has been a great start, and Georgia and Alabama surprises and wins, and this team beating this team and this team beat. To me, it shows that all of these kids, all these schools, they're bound and determined to take their teams this year, and their coaches bound and determined to take them to championships. Because to me, the second week, the first week, all that combining all this, to me, Richard, this has been a fantastic few weeks of high school football, just the beginning of the year.
Yeah, there's no question about that. The pageantry, the rivalry. You talk about some of these games being on ESPN. Really, high school football is at its highest in Georgia, just because of the Carrolltons of the world, the
Yes.
Graces, and the Buford that have been nationally known. And over in Alabama, I wouldn't sleep on the Central Red. That
No.
become nationally known as well. It's one of the top teams in the nation.
Yes.
In
Oh.
the Valley, 61-14.
They did.
And it took Apollo Creed's trainer as a team.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love keeping up with Phoenix City and the Red Devils over there, even though we're all the way over in Georgia. Fantastic team. I just want to see some of the top teams around Georgia and Alabama, north, south, east, west, play one another. Hopefully we can get like some standard games in the next couple of years to see Central take on Carver and and it doesn't have to count, even though it doesn't have to be in the regular season. It could just be a scrimmage game or something. I'd love to see some of these teams just kind of play one another as a way of practicing one another. It would just be wonderful. So great weekend of high school football this week as well. We'll talk about that in just a few moments with you as we get ready to end the show or end the segment with you. We're going to go to NFL Picks the Hit in a moment. But first, it is the first week, officially, they say it's the first week of college football. Alabama, Auburn, Georgia, everything. But I've got to talk about it. It's been on my lips. I'm proud of it because we were a Yellow Jackets affiliate for years. The Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets defeated the Florida State Seminoles, and one heck of a game between those two teams over the weekend.
Nobody gave Georgia Tech a chance in this game. I called it.
Yep.
Called it. Grant called it.
Right.
The Georgia Tech was going to pull off the upset. I felt like Florida State was overrated.
Right.
I mean, they were preaching the top 10. Georgia Tech, got a quarterback, which could be back to ACC. I thought that Georgia Tech held their own. They get the win, a statement win.
Statement.
They reach and win, and now all the people that are Florida State fans that were complaining about not getting to the college football playoff, well, this proves that they didn't deserve to be in the college football playoff.
That's right. There's no Alabama. But, I mean, let's just be truthful. You're right. You're right. And, look, I'm glad the Yellow Jackets made a statement in. I hope they have a great season this season. I'm not going to be against Florida having a decent season. I love the 12-round playoffs we're going to have this year. College football's landscape looking ahead is going to be fantastic. This weekend, it's a lot of games, I would say. Basically, the bigger teams, Alabama, Auburn, Ole Miss, and all them, pretty much should. I'm not saying they can because anything can happen in football, but pretty much all of them should come out on top. But the game this week, I say, is the game of the week. It's Clemson and Georgia.
Yeah, no question. That's a 12 o'clock kickoff, the Aflac kickoff classic at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Georgia's a 2-touchdown favorite, which they should be. But if Clemson ever gets back to the Clemson of old, the one that won the 2 national championships, I thought that like the last time the Georgia Clemson played in 2021, that 10-3 game, I thought that Clemson was still Clemson, but they just haven't been the dominant Clemson that we remember. I mean, this is not a cupcake game for Georgia. Clemson is scary. They can sneak up on you.
Right.
I think it could be a close game.
It's going to be.
Georgia's probably going to win, but, I think Clemson could keep it close. I mean, this is not one of those games where you need to think that you're going to automatically win.
Definitely so. And before we head into getting picks the hit this week, is there any other games in college football this weekend that you think could be a close upset or a close game?
I think Notre Dame, Texas A&M is going to be one of those games that can come down to the wire.
I can see it for sure. Well, everybody else's team should come out on top, but hey, it's the game of football, ladies and gentlemen. You never know what's going to happen. Everybody expected Landmark to go in and lose this last weekend. They made a statement when they expected Georgia Tech to lose to Florida State. Hey, they even expected Valentine Glenwood, guys. That's the game. That's the name of the game. It's football. So we never know what's going to happen, and we're hoping that all the big teams do come out on top. Majority probably will. All right, let's do our picks to hit this week. And, of course, you won, in the preseason 10 regular games. I got 8 of those NFL games. I got all 4 CFL games right, and you got 2 CFL games right. And I think that would tie us. Let's start with Thursday night. This one's a big one. This is going to be kind of a rematch. This is the Ravens and the Chiefs Thursday night. We'll take a little time to talk about this one. Not much, but a little time to talk about this one.
I think the Baltimore Ravens win because the Chiefs are going to be pumping their chest. They're going to get their read. They're going to be revealing the banner. It's going to be a celebration for Kansas City. But I believe the Ravens were the better team in that AFC Championship. They have the miscues. Day Flowers fumbling out of the end zone. The Ravens are so much better now with Derrick Henry. I think the Ravens are the favorites in the AFC. The Chiefs have had a lot of noise in the offseason.
Exactly.
They're getting older. They don't have some of their key players on defense. And now I'm hearing rumors that the Chiefs want to bring back Juju Smith-Schuster. I'm like, are you kidding? They did that with Nico Hartman. They always get the receivers that get them let go. They always just bring it back on a contract. The Chiefs will be
They will.
the way they do it. But I think that they always come out to a slow start. I think they're going to have a slow start on the regular season.
All right, he's going to pick the Ravens. I'm going to pick the Ravens over the Kansas City Swifties as well. All right, we're going to go to the next game. It's a Friday night game, I think, as the Packers and the Eagles. Ooh!
Eagles might end up being the best regular season team.
Thank you.
They might even go 60-1, 17-0. With getting Saquon Barkley, people don't realize how big that is for an explosive offense that already has A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Hurt. Now, the Eagles, they'll outscore you. But that defense, it has not improved. Fletcher Cox is retired.
Right.
John Reddick is now on the Jets.
Right.
Those players that they drafted from Georgia, they haven't really clicked yet. Like the Kobe D, Nolan Smith,
Right.
Keely Rico.
Right.
I thought they were going to be stars. You do have Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter,
Yes.
but the Eagles are still, they're special. They do coordinators. Kellen Moore on the offense, Nick Fangio on the defense. That's desperation for a late duck coach.
Right.
Sirianni, who could be on the hot seat if the Eagles don't make a deep Super Bowl run.
Wow. So I'm picking the Eagles. You're picking the Eagles for this game?
Yes, sir.
All right. We got a few more minutes, so let's go through the list. The Panthers and the Saints. Who are you picking?
I got the Saints.
I've got the Panthers. So, of course, the Vikings and the Giants. Ooh.
Oh, man. These are two really bad teams.
So who are you picking?
Oh, I got the Vikings.
The Vikings, me too. I'm sticking with the Vikings. All right, the Patriots and the Bengals. Woo!
Bengals.
Me too. Sounds like we're on the same page today. The Steelers and the Falcons.
I'm picking the Falcons. I think
Thank you.
The Falcons to play at home. They got to win this game. They really do because they play the Eagles and the Chiefs.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, even though the Steelers, their fan base, Steelers always play well against Atlanta at home. Oh, man.
Oh, yes. Well,
We don't know who the starting quarterback is going to be for Pittsburgh.
Exactly. Exactly. Well, I'm picking the Falcons. I'm always going to stay with my hometown team and pick my heart on them no matter what. Some people are picking Steelers in the feed. Texans and Colts.
I think the Texans win.
I'm going to go with the Colts this to be a little different. The next one, the Cardinals and the Bills. Oh,
The Bills.
me too. I picked the Bills always. The Titans and the Bears. The Titans. Who?
I think the Bears are going to win.
I agree with you on that one. The Bears as well. This one's kind of a rematch. The Jaguars and the Dolphins.
I think the Dolphins win because they're really good in September.
All right, the
I
Dolphins.
like what Mike McDaniel does.
I'm going to go with the Jags this go around. I went with Dolphins last time. Broncos and Seahawks. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my.
That's what I say.
Is that in Seattle? I think the Seahawks.
It's in Seattle, yeah. So it's the Seahawks. I'm going to stick with the Seahawks too, since it's in their home backyard, in their own backyard. All right, the Cowboys and the Browns.
I think the Browns win.
Ooh. Wow, you hear that, Rod Peterson, don't you? I'm going to go with the Cowboys. The Commanders and the Bucks. Oh.
I'm going to say the Commanders win.
Wow.
Look out for Chase Daniels.
Look out for Jake Daniels. All right. I'm going to go with the Bucks for Tones down there, up there in Chicago. He's a Bucks fan. Raiders and Chargers. Wow. Chargers. I'm going to go with the Raiders on that one. So, and he's going with the Chargers. Rams and Lions. Ooh, this one.
Oh, Lions.
Lions. I have to agree with you on that one. Detroit is looking good. And finally, the Jets and the 49ers.
49ers.
Me too. I'm going to pick with my heart the 49ers. Let's head over to the CFL. People picking – what, guys? Thank you for picking in the feed there. All right. CFL this weekend. We have one Friday night game and the rest are Saturday going into Labor Day weekend. It's the BC Lions against Montreal.
I think BC wins.
All right. I'm going to go with Montreal. You say BC. Toronto or the Redbacks? Toronto. I'm going to do Toronto as well. Rough Riders or Blue Bombers? Ooh.
Blue Bombers.
Bombers. You're going with the Blue Bombers. I'm going to go with the Rough Riders. And finally, the Stampeders and the Elks. Ooh.
Stampeders.
There you go. Both of us say the same thing. Well, that is our picks to hit this week, ladies and gentlemen. I'll put them on the WQEE Facebook page closer to the weekend, Thursday Night Football. Before we let you go and we find out what you're doing this Friday and this week and all the games you guys got going on at Georgia, Alabama Sports Live, what games in the NFL and college football are you excited, most likely, and excited to watch this weekend, Richard?
I'm excited to watch Georgia Clemson. I think it's going to be a good game. It's going to be exciting.
Definitely so. And besides your 49ers, which I know you're probably checking out, any other games you're excited to see in the NFL this weekend?
I am really looking forward to seeing that Friday night game between the Eagles and the Packers.
Oh, yeah, buddy. That's going to be one. You're going to have to keep up with that while you're up in the press box. So let's talk a little about what's going on. Where are you guys going to be this week at Georgia, Alabama Sports Live?
Well, we're gonna be at Harris County for Carver, Harris County. We also have Russell County and Eufaula. We got a doubleheader Friday, and so high school game day is going to be at Harris County.
Sounds good. All right, tell everybody how to follow you, all the good stuff that's going on, and what's coming up on the Sports Beat today at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
You can follow me on the X at SportsRichardH. So on the show today, I got my scoreboard show. I got my NFL 32 teams in 32 days. And I'm also going to replay the Georgia Alabama Sports Live show.
Sounds good. There you go. All right, we'll appreciate it. We're going to let Richard out on good behavior. We'll bring him right back next Tuesday on the show, the day after Labor Day. We'll be back next week. Guys, we're going to let him out on good behavior. Stay tuned. More on the way as the RyanORadio Penitentiary cruises on. All right, brother. That was good, as always. Fun. Fun as always, I should say.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm enjoying this pick stuff, man. This is people are picking in the feed now.
Pretty cool.
I got our listeners picking in the feed now, so that's pretty good.
That's awesome.
That is awesome.
That's awesome that they would do that.
Yep, that is good. I can't keep up with all your guys' picks, but I'm keeping up with Richard and I. All right, brother. I'm gonna let you go. I'll talk to you again next week.
Okay, I'll talk to you later.
All right. WQEE Radio. Hello?
Hello.
Hey, Shane, what's up? What's up, brother? I hope everything's going well. You got your coffee, right? I just had to get Richard just had to have his coffee to talk sports. So, hey, we called it Deadpool and Wolverine back to #1 again. That is good. That movie's gonna make a lot of money. That movie's gonna make a lot of money, brother. Another 18.3 million added into that. Good morning, Terry. Terry says, "Go Cowboys." You guys are picking games. There you go. Yeah, we picked the picks to hit this week. Hey, guns is a sport, Patriot. It is. They have them in high school game stuff too. Oh, okay. So we got an Eagles fan and a Cowboys fan in here with each other. Uh-oh, guys, y'all gonna, yeah. Picks the hit. I picked all the ones. Of course, I'm pulling the Falcons, guys. I'm sorry, but don't matter who's on the field. Kirk Cousins, the kid coming up from college, the Heineke guy. I would have made the Heineke guy quarterback because I would have sold the beers. Have him sign them. My marketing mind would have been, let's get those beers. Let's get those beers and have him sign them and sell them for a lot more. Oh, I mean, it's about making money. Shooting sports is the old. Yes, they are the oldest. There you go. Terry C. Oh, you're bringing that up. That's an old one. I think everybody's forgot about her. Obviously, you haven't. Oh, Lord. All right, Shane. While we're at commercials, I know we got the top 10 movies. What we're going to talk about today? Was there any other movies you checked out or anything that you checked out we're going to dive into this morning?
I don't remember what we talked about last week.
Well, we talked about Alien, of course. The Crow is the one that came out. It didn't do too good. Yeah. It didn't do good at all, bro. I knew it wouldn't. Not because of anything except for Brandon Lee's legacy in that movie. That's just one movie they should have just left untouched. From a Falcon. Oh, that. Okay, I get it now, Terry, for the Falcons. Okay, I get it. Yeah, I knew that one wasn't going to do too well. I'm surprised it was at number 8. You know, I am. I'm surprised anybody went to see it. You know, it's just there's just some movies you can't.
One of those curiosity things.
Yeah, that's all it was. Exactly. But people went. That's about it. Beetlejuice. Is that what the next big movie is? Beetlejuice, Matt? Yeah. Also, we got that coming out. And on Friday, there's the Ronald Reagan movie coming out. Did you hear about that one, Shane?
Did not hear about that.
Yeah. I saw one of my guests from last Friday. She was sharing it on her. She's running for U.S. Congress. So she shared it on her page that the movie was coming out. So I went and looked it up. I was like, oh. Come on. But Beetlejuice. Everybody's ready for that one, I guess. I hope it's not disappointing, Matt. That was a movie I thought would be a one and done too.
I get on the fence there with that one.
Yeah, I know. That was one I thought would be one and done and everything. There's just some movies that you got, the storyline is complete. Boom. You can play out the storyline in your head from, from the conclusion of it. Yeah. He says the person that played the Crow was on the Vikings show. Okay. That should be a good one on Ronald Reagan. Yes, Cher. It should be. But I figured there had to be a movie coming out about him because you go to Tubi and you go to all those places on the internet, and all of a sudden there's a bunch of Ronald Reagan movies and stuff on there. I was like, there must be a movie coming out about him. Yeah.
Yeah, we got some stuff about the Crow, touch on the Snow White fiasco.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Fiasco.
Yeah. I didn't even know that was even still relevant. I thought they shut that whole thing down. Yeah, Dennis Quaid is going to be starring, I think, as Ronald Reagan.
Huh.
Yes.
Bad choice.
Not right. That's what I say. It's based upon some 2006 book, so yeah. It's supposed to come out Friday, so I think that if it comes out Friday, I think that it's going to do well. The Crow will be out of the top 10 if it comes out. Dennis Quaid is playing Ronald Reagan. Then they have a couple other people playing the young Ronald Reagan. Ann Miller is playing Nancy Reagan. It's a lot of big names in it. Yep, August 30th, 2024. Wow. What's up, Daniel? What's up, brother from Missouri? Wait a minute. Scott Stapp is playing Frank Sinatra. Scott Stapp from Creed is playing Frank Sinatra in this movie.
Oh, he's still around.
Yeah, I like him. Creed's still around, but he's playing Frank Sinatra in this movie. Oh my goodness, there's a lot of big names in this movie. Why the heck is this thing they've not been previewing this for months? This is going to be a good movie, guys. Scott Stapp is playing Frank Sinatra. Yeah, you got to look this one up, Shane. Leslie Ann Down playing Margaret Thatcher. Oh man, there's a lot of big names coming in. It's gonna be good. Dennis Quaid. He's Ronald Reagan. The new Simpson movie, yeah. All right, we're getting ready to go on.
You're listening to WQEE 99.1 FM, the key in Union, Georgia. The views and opinions of this show and program are not the views and opinions of this station, its management, or its clientele.
10 minutes past the hour. It's currently 64 degrees here in the metro Atlanta area of Newton. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everybody. We hope you're having a great morning so far as we kick it on off. It is 78,000 plus of you worldwide on the Shoutcast Shout Out Loud across the RyanORadio media page, Earth, Rock Radio, New Mexico, Arizona, and the Navajo Nation. Also, ladies and gentlemen, we're across the British Columbia Isles of Canada, and finally, across the Jordan Communication and Family Radio stations, WZEV 90.5 FM in Lineville, Alabama, as well as we're across 99.1 FM, WQEE, the key, home of Southern sports, inspirational talk, and more. Good morning to Fufu for joining us and everything. Please stay right there as we kick off period number 3. It's Twisted Tuesday. You know what that means. It's time for movie reviews. Get your favorite soda, candy, and popcorn ready as we get previews and reviews as we head into the movie theater with our favorite movie expert. He is our Cisco, our Ebert. He gives 2 thumbs up to movies and shows that are good, and he gives them the Stone Cold salute if they're not so good. Please welcome Stone Cold Shane B. Good morning, Shane.
Good morning.
Oh my gosh, it is a Twisted Tuesday morning. We got Labor Day coming up on Monday and so much going on. And you told me some of the stuff we're going to talk about off the air, and we're going to get to that in just a few moments. Congratulations. We both called Deadpool and Wolverine taking the #1 spot again. But I do want to announce this, as has been announced all morning. Sid Vicious, better known as Psycho Sid in WWE, former 2-time WWE champion and WCW champion, has passed away at age 63. So I know you remember Sid Vicious, Shane.
Oh, absolutely.
He was a madman.
Like he was one of those menacing figures that I love to watch since like The Undertaker.
Yes.
I heard about this. It was just like, oh wow. But only at 63. But apparently he's been battling cancer for several years.
He had.
The 6'9" phenom.
That's what I say. He's the man that when he was in both World Championship Wrestling and WWE, he even made an appearance in ECW, guys. But when he came in as Shawn Michaels' secondary guard, he became his bodyguard after Diesel left him as his bodyguard. Psycho Sid had matches with The Undertaker and Kevin Nash, formerly known as Diesel. He had some of the best matches in the business. He was WCW champion and World Championship Wrestling towards the end there. And he made one last appearance in the ring back in 2012 where he took on Heath Slater. Heath Slater at the time was trying to fight all these legends. And that's back even when Vader was alive. So there was a lot of these legends coming in from the WWE. So he had his last ring appearance in the WWE was in 2012. There you go. So it was a sad day.
Signed with WCW in 1989.
Yep.
Then made his debut as Sid Justice in 91 for WWF at SummerSlam.
Yes.
Match against Hogan and Ultimate Warrior versus the Triangle of Terror, a 2-on-3 match.
Yep.
He's a special guest referee. And in that same night, he saved Macho Man and Miz Elizabeth from attack by Jake the Snake and The Undertaker at their wedding reception. became a phenom in WWF, winning the championship in '96 against Shawn Michaels, '97 against Bret Hart.
Mm-hmm.
In his short time, he made such a legacy and apparently left because due to behind-the-scenes issues in '92.
Yep.
Allegedly, he failed a drug test.
Yeah. That's funny when most of them were on drugs.
Headline to WrestleMania 8 versus Hogan. He was on his way to the top and just poof.
Hey, look, he was a big top player, and he was in one of the many renditions of the Four Horsemen too, where Ric Flair, Arn Anderson, Barry Windham, and Sid Vicious was in with the Horsemen one time too. So he was a member of the Four Horsemen. So he's done a lot of stuff. Yeah. So wow.
Yeah, he will be missed.
Yeah, he will be. He will definitely be missed. I had to get that out there at the beginning of the segment because I've been talking about it a little bit all morning. And it's a sad day because not too long ago, Kevin Sullivan's Taskmaster passed away a few weeks ago. So a lot of the WCW legends and stars are passing away now. And it's just, wow, it's amazing. Some of the things there. Well, let's get into it. Deadpool, and of course, we'll talk about the movie The Crow, but Deadpool and Wolverine taking the #1 spot. They're on their way to making a lot of money with that movie, Shane.
Oh, absolutely. And it's funny because Disney now has 3 movies in the top 10. With number 2 being Alien Romulus.
Yes, Matt, they do.
And number 8, Inside Out.
Yep.
And I find it hilarious that this new movie, I guess they were expecting it to be big. It was going to be big.
Mm-mm.
Flat, but Crow. We'll get to that.
Yeah, it went
But
flat.
just came in flat. Oh, I'm sorry. Inside Out is at number 10.
Yeah.
The Crow is at number 8.
Yep. Those were
It just fell flat. And it's like, I don't know if this is going to be some kind of resurgence or a saving grace for Disney. But
yeah.
at the same time, they're kind of, they're moving 2 steps forward, and it feels like they're going to move 1 step back. Because we got
Sounds like a song.
trailers for Snow White, and the whole controversy going on with that movie.
I didn't even know that was still relevant, but anyway.
Oh, yeah, they're still talking about that one. And, of course, it's still getting its natural hate.
Right.
A new trailer just dropped here recently, and we spent some time talking about that trailer on my YouTube show.
Right.
And just how it looks so cloudy, murky. It doesn't feel like a Disney movie.
Right.
Colorful and
Happy, yes.
It doesn't pop. It just looks so drab and dreary. Like there's a constant haze of smoke on the screen or something. It's just like this just doesn't feel right.
It doesn't have that old Disney feel. Yeah.
No, not at all. Like checking out some things in that trailer, and of course, the biggest controversy is about the 7 Dwarfs. So they've gotten rid of this whole
Good night, Logan.
magical creatures nonsense.
Right.
Scrap that because it was getting nothing but hate and criticism. It's like, why would you do that? Why don't you just hire the little people? Oh, because of Peter Dinklage. So let's make them
No, because a former wrestler.
Ripping them apart. Yeah, just ripping them apart for that.
Yep.
So somebody had the bright idea. It was like, well, we'll just make them
Different things.
the dwarves.
Well,
Okay, so you're actually going to go and hire some little people to play this, right?
right. That's a good idea.
Oh. No. We still, here at Disney, we still refuse to give little people jobs.
That's just
All
not
the
right.
dwarves is CGI.
Oh, they're gonna be CG. Okay. Well, man, I don't know what to say to that. I do know that the former wrestler that was Hornswoggle, he spoke out about this a lot because he was one of the ones that tried out for a part there. So, and everybody knows who Hornswoggle is. He played a leprechaun in the WWE, made millions of dollars. Great little wrestler. So, yeah, man. I didn't know what's going on. They're trying to call over you. So,
Comedian Brad Williams came out and said something.
yes.
He's a little person.
Yeah, he's funny. I love him.
I think he is disgusted with Disney and that decision. And I know he has a grudge against Peter Dinklage.
Oh, I know he does.
You know all that. But this, with this, okay, so the dwarves just look ridiculous in this trailer.
Wow.
Just like, okay, whatever. But one of the iconic scenes from that movie is when Snow White stumbles across their house and she's got the forest creatures
Right.
helping her clean up the house.
Wow.
Oh no, we can't have that. Can't show a woman doing work. So this movie changes it to where she's forcing the dwarves to clean up their own house while she dances around the room. It's just supposed to be this, come off as this magical, wonderful time. It's like, no, this is just a tall woman bossing around 7 guys in her own house.
Oh, so she's married to him.
What kind of message are you trying to send here, Disney? It's such nonsense. Looking at this trailer, the best thing I liked about it was Gal Gadot
Right.
as the evil witch, the queen or whatever. Because she looks great.
Right.
She looks like she fits that role perfectly with the look and her costume.
Okay.
Her acting, her screen presence. She looks like she's going to be just fine in this movie. I'm scared to hear more of the dialogue from the script of what they write for her.
Right.
They're calling this a Dean.
Uh-oh.
But
Wow.
our lead here, Rachel Zegler, we all know her. She's in the Hunger Games prequel.
Okay.
She's just in that. Shazam 2, Fury of the Gods. When there was the 3 evil gods, she was the younger one.
Mm-hmm.
And Maria in West Side Story, another movie that should not have been made. I don't know what it is with them putting her in movies that are like remakes, prequels, sequel, and of course all the vile things she's come out and said.
Wow.
About this, about them not wanting to do a story. They seem to be a little mad at her too for some of the things she said. Especially how the kiss from Prince Charming was supposed to be, it was unconsensual, I was like, that was a major part of this story is kiss breaking the spell.
Right.
Done there. So how
Mhm.
You got the curse.
Mm-hmm.
So what? You just want to stay in eternal sleep? It was like, then we have no movie.
Well, that might have been good for this movie. Eternal Sleep might have been good for this movie.
Absolutely. It's coming from director Mark Webb, who
Okay.
probably better known for funny with a last name Webb.
Webb.
Did Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2.
Aha. Okay.
Also directed a lot of
Figured it'd be
music videos
Okay.
with people ranging from My Chemical Romance, Avril Lavigne, Weezer, Green
Wow.
Day, Miley Cyrus, P.O.D., Disturbed.
Wow.
Okay, you have a lot of experience directing music videos. And
Yeah.
we hired this guy to do our musical. I just don't think that's going to translate over. Sure, you can direct the music,
Right.
but there's also a movie going on here, full length. But the secret to being a director for Disney is shut up and do what we say.
Right. Here's the money. Do what we say. Yeah. Oh my
Writers
goodness.
on this. Well, technically two writers. Greta Gerwig wrote Barbie.
Okay.
We know how that movie went. It's all about the patriarchy.
Yeah.
So that's kind of disturbing. Erin Wilson. The thing I recognize that she's done is The Girl on the Train. And of course, all based on the original story by Dorothy Blank. And who else we got here? Playing the king or Prince, Andrew Burnham.
Okay.
Who I don't recognize anything he's been in.
I don't know him either.
He's done the movie Spare Room and Chaperone. He's probably barely going to be in the movie.
Probably so.
And,
Probably so.
And the Huntsman, they're actually going to bring the Huntsman in there.
Really?
Ansu Kabia. Yeah, he's black now. But he was in the Back to Black movie with Amy Winehouse. I remember him from that.
Oh, okay.
He was also in the Fast and Furious Hobbs and Shaw movie.
Okay.
Not a bad actor.
Okay.
So hopefully this doesn't tank his career. Anything.
Well, they all do bad movies once in a while.
I don't think it's going to help his Gal Gadot. I don't think she has anything to worry about. Rachel Ziegler, she's already cemented her place as, not that interesting.
Have a good day, Jessica.
But I'm sure Disney will find a place for her somewhere else, somewhere in a Star Wars project.
Probably so. Probably so. Well, I tell you, this sounds like, they all do bad movies. But I tell you what would really make the movie go is, you always got to have a storyline. It's Snow White, so they got to start off with somebody, a narrator. They should get Morgan Freeman to do it. Yeah, one time in the woods. That would make the movie go.
Or be in there somewhere. Well, we'll need somebody's soothing voice when you're looking at all this misery and despair, this dark and smoky forest.
Right.
All the scenes and the scenes with Gal Gadot, or her castle and in front of the magic mirror and everything, and her cauldron making the apple. All that stuff looks good. And then the scenes surrounding Rachel Ziegler doing her Snow White thing is just easy, smoky. And looking at her in the dress, the iconic Snow White outfit.
Right.
The outfit looks like lazy. Like
they didn't do
any money into making it.
Wow.
Like somebody threw something together. It's just like, this is what Snow White wore, right? Right.
Hey, I was in that cartoon, yeah.
Dig
Dig it. Wow.
You would think the dress would stand out. With
Yeah, exactly.
Other drabness going on around it, but it just doesn't. It kind of blends in.
Wow.
This is a good thing or a bad thing. But
Okay.
like March 21st. I personally think they should push it back some and actually hire 7 little people to come in
And do it.
the lines. They probably, I'm only assuming they went the CGI route because they feel that, oh, we need to hurry up and get this out. We don't have time.
Right.
Go out and try to cast 7 people and then get them to learn their lines, learn their marks, learn their places,
Yeah.
Now let's just make it CGI.
Yeah.
I'm not sure which option would be cheaper.
Right. It might have been. It might have been why. Yeah. That makes a lot of sense, Shane.
The dwarves didn't have that, they did not have that extraneous of an amount of dialogue in the original, though.
Yep.
You find 7 talented,
Actors.
experienced actors,
Yeah.
and they'll nail it. They'll take care of that. I think they'd be so ecstatic about, Disney giving in and finally
Exactly.
take these roles. They'd be on top of it. Boom, boom, boom. I got my lines. All right, we got our marks. Da, 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 da. And there could be another problem of most of these sets might be CGI.
Oh, man.
That'd be an issue about, learning where your spots are.
Right. Right.
We don't have time to go through this. We just digitally put in CGI. It's like, okay, whatever.
Yeah. Whatever.
This movie just overall looks like it's going to be a flop. I have not heard one person that is excited about this movie.
Yeah. I thought it was not even going to be made, but so I thought it wasn't going to be made. So, well, we're going to take a break, Shane. We're going to talk about The Crow after this and everything. Also, some previews of some other stuff. Guys, which of these classic movies do you watch when it comes on TV or stream? 9 to 5, 27%. Airplane, 30% of the votes. Caddyshack, 24% of the votes. And I can't believe Smoking and the Bandits, only 18% of the votes. You guys vote out there. Go ahead, Shane.
That list you just said, the one I actually have done this with, if I see it on TV, I stop and watch it. Smokey and the Bandit.
There you go. And I'm talking about the original. Now, Smoking the Bandit 2 was good, but the original. Sally Fields, Burt Reynolds. So there you go. I'm surprised it's not number 1 there. Guys, when we come back, we got more movie reviews and more. Yeah, I'm surprised it's not the one out beating everybody. It's Airplane's the number 1. I guess everybody just loved Barbara Billingsley in there and Don't Call Me Shirley.
I don't even know if I remember ever, flipping through the channels and have seen Airplane on.
No, I haven't either. Not in a long time.
I've definitely seen Smokey and the Bandit being on when flipping through.
Yeah, that one. And Back to the Future.
Part 2.
Yeah.
I'll stop and watch part 2.
Yep. Well, part 3 wasn't as great though. Or whatever it was.
Part 3 was just a straight up attempt at a comedy. I did like it in that movie though, how, Jerry Reed finally taken over.
Yep.
Just every now and then he just says, I'm the bandit. He's just so happy that I'm bandit. Like, all right.
Yeah, Jerry Reed was good. He's done a bunch of good movies too. But it's never going to be like the original. It never will be in the number 2. What's up, McGee? Good morning to you. Back to the Future. I watch that at least once a year. Absolute classic. There you go. Yeah, if it comes on, I started going to the streaming sites to watch it because you can get the original Back to the Future movie with the original words in it. Oh, it just makes so much more sense. Doc saying at the beginning, you're going to see some serious blank. That's so much better than what they put in the movie. Roger Rabbit. What? What's Roger Rabbit? Yes, Patriot. I choose Airplane because Pepper says I choose airplane because I can watch it over and over again. Yeah. Well, they're all good in their own rights. Caddyshack I'm always going to love the original I'm always going to love that. Bill Murray, Chevy Chase. I think Rodney Dangerfield was in that, wasn't he?
Rodney Dangerfield owned that movie.
Yeah. That one. And then the guy that was playing his opposite, opposing him from Mary Tyler Moore's show and everything. Yeah, that was just a good movie. Yeah.
It's not typically one I'll stop and watch if it's on TV. I guess
No.
I have it on DVD.
Right.
I mean, all of them on DVD, except for 95. But, yeah.
Roger Rabbit. Not what I typed. Okay, I have to look and see what you. Oh, okay. I see what you wrote. Welcome back into RyanORadio Penitentiary. Sorry about that. I thought you were talking about Roger Rabbit. I'm sorry I got that. McGee, welcome in, Matt, Patriot, everybody. We're back, ladies and gentlemen, talking more movies, more stuff that's going on. And, of course, people are starting talking about the 4 movies that I asked that were classic movies that, which of these classic movies do you stop and watch on TV or stream? 9 to 5 with Dolly Parton, 27% of the votes. There's also an actor there. He's passed away recently. Airplane, 30% of the votes. It's taking the top spot. 24% with Caddyshack, which I always love that movie. And Smokey and the Bandit, 18%. I can't believe it's not the top movie out of all of these at all. I can't believe that. Where's all my Southern people at? All right. We're back with Shane as we're talking more movies, more of this, more of that. What's up, Fufu? Good morning to you. Amber. Before we get into The Crow, I do want to drop this out there. Superman documentary coming out on Christopher Reeves. It's set for September 21st. We'll talk more about that as it gets ready to come in. And I'm going to let Shane investigate in this movie a little bit more when he gets a chance. Everybody's talking about the Beetlejuice, but coming up Friday, Dennis Quaid is starring in a movie about Ronald Reagan. He's got even C. Thomas Howells in this movie, and Scott Stapp is going to be playing Frank Sinatra. It's about Ronald Reagan's life. It's coming out Friday in theaters. I'm gonna let you check up on that, but I don't know. I think it's the first time you've heard about this movie, Shane.
I haven't seen a trailer at all.
Me either.
I'm interested in it with this cast you're telling me. I looked
Yeah.
up a minute ago here. It's going to be directed by, this kind of worries me, but I think it'll be okay. It's going to be directed by Sean McNamara.
Okay.
Who's done a lot of more kid stuff.
Okay.
But the cast, I think,
Look at the cast, man.
Save this movie or make it something.
Look who's all in here.
They'd advertise it more.
Yeah. A lot of big names are in this thing. You got Penelope Ann Miller playing Nancy Reagan. You've got Leslie Ann Down. Like I said, you got so many people in this movie, big names in this movie, and it's coming out Friday. I haven't seen a preview for it. It's based on a book, so I think it's going to do pretty well in the theaters. I mean, even though it's not been promoted as much, we'll probably see it starting today though on TV promos for it. Oh man, so we'll look into it. I'm pretty sure you'll get to look into it this weekend and everything as well. So we'll talk more about this Ronald Reagan movie starring Dennis Quaid. It's called Reagan. And so.
The last trailer I saw for something new coming up was, I guess it was this morning,
Okay.
Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
I was waiting to see something meaningful about it. I think this is trailer number 2 that's out now, and it
Right.
gets a little more into the insights where, of course,
Right.
Keep on about who her mother is and her history. It's just like, okay. But they got to the point to where Lydia's in the attic, and there was one of the earlier trailers where you see it's just somebody in the attic, and they rip that tablecloth off of the that model, that town, that scene.
Right.
Where Beetlejuice resided from. Come to find out it was Lydia, and she says, I can't believe I'm doing this. And she summons Beetlejuice.
Oh, no.
And we find out that something happened to her daughter, Jen Ortega. Something happened to her, and she is asking Beetlejuice for his help to save her.
Huh.
So that seems to be the premise of this movie, and that just going through the trailers some more and more, it seems of these two doing stuff together, and it felt like the Beetlejuice cartoon.
Oh, yeah.
Did pictures and wacky things together.
Right.
Kind of had that feel to it. And Michael Keaton, like, you could hear the age in his voice.
Uh-huh.
But fair enough. He's still got the charisma and the attitude to be Beetlejuice. So this new trailer it made me a little more interested. It's like, all right.
Okay.
I went from not wanting to see it to
now I want to check it out.
Might to check this out.
Okay. I'm hoping it's good. I love some Michael Keaton. He did pretty well in that Flash movie as Batman. I went back and ended up watching that recently, and he wasn't too bad in there. So I'm thinking Michael Keaton's coming back, being elder statesman he is. Let's talk about this Crow movie that I really think shouldn't be number 8, but I think a lot of people went out, just like you said, where we're kind of intrigued by it, or kind of like, well, let's check this out. I really think this is one movie that should have never been remade. But let's talk about The Crow. Let's not. Let's don't worry about it. I'm not worried about it. We got a couple of more minutes left with you. Let's don't even worry about it.
Of course. Should not have been made.
Right.
And it has been slammed critically.
I believe it.
The only people that seem to like it is the Los Angeles Times.
Oh, that tells you a lot there.
I spent a time going through just different headlines from different outlets and everything, blah, 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 and everybody's slamming this thing, but the Los Angeles Times, they seem to think, it's such an innovative take on the classic tale of, what are you talking about? Yeah,
Did someone die?
I tried to watch this thing, and I got to a point to where I just didn't care anymore, and it was
Wow.
kind of playing in the background.
That's bad.
Richard Sanders, probably better known for Ghost in the Shell and a better Snow White movie, Snow White and the Huntsman.
Okay. Yeah.
Chris Hemsworth.
Yes.
And of course, based off of James Barr's story, who's credited for he did the graphic novel also, credited for Crow 1 and 2. And, but with him, William Schneider, not really known for anything noteworthy, but Zach Bayless, he's written on some movies I did enjoy. Bob Marley, One Love.
Okay.
Richard, Gran Turismo, Creed 3, the only Creed movie I like.
Okay.
But of course starring Bill Skarsgård from Pennywise and the It movies, the newer It movies.
Right.
And he's playing Eric Draven and co-starring with him. And that's a strong, loosely use of the word co-starring. Get ready for this one.
Okay.
Capital F, capital K, capital F, capital K, capital A, space, lowercase, TWIGS. That's K8 Twigs.
Okay.
This is how she spells her name.
Okay, I don't even know who she is.
Remind me of Zendaya. I already don't like you. But why can't you just do people just have normal names?
Right.
But she really hasn't exactly been in anything. She's a music artist, I guess, like pop, hip hop, or whatever.
Oh, okay.
She's in this movie Honey Boy that Shia LaBeouf.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Started. So like, okay. Well, you are.
Yeah.
Danny Huston is playing our villain.
Okay.
But instead of having Top Dollar, who's played by Michael Winscott, the original, Danny Hudson is playing a villain named Vincent.
Okay.
Danny Hudson is Stryker in the X-Men Origins Wolverine movie.
Okay.
And let's just get this one out. The movie starts nothing like the original, of course not.
Of course.
Focuses on Shelley,
Okay.
the girl. She gets in trouble with these mob kind of guys, gangster guys over the drugs, and is on the run, but she gets caught by the cops and gets sent to rehab, and that's where she meets Eric. And it's, at that point, it's like, what is going on?
Okay.
What am I watching right now?
Wow.
It's been like the next 40 minutes just on this love story between these two.
Okay.
The original Crow, Shelley was only there for a split second.
Yeah.
If not already dead.
Right.
And their relationship is remembered through flashbacks.
Flashbacks. Yeah.
This movie dedicates almost an hour to these two just being all
lovey-dovey.
I love you too.
Here's a romantic movie.
Let's get to it.
Well, they had to have a little romance in here. The ladies love that.
The original has our boy, Brandon Lee. May he rest in peace.
Right.
Memory and legacy about making this. He turns into the Crow about 20 minutes in. And goes on this vengeance path. There's a good differentiation between these two characters. Now, what I've been hearing from reliable sources of mine that know more about the graphic novel, this new one is kind of faithful to the graphic novel in the sense of how bloody and violent it was to an extent, as to how Brandon Lee was more, it wasn't just on a vengeance war path.
Right.
He would give people a chance, but the people he wasn't looking for, and they were just there and associated with who he was looking for, he'd give them a chance to leave, to not be involved. Bill Skarsgård's Crow just takes out everybody. It's like anybody, you had to do something to do with it. Keep in mind, he's not even really the Crow yet. He's not in makeup. He just has the ability. He's given this power
Wow.
He's no Winscott. Winscott's top dollar. That dude was eccentric and zany and just comical and over the top. Well, Hudson just comes off like John Travolta's villain in Punisher. He's just kind of basic.
Wow.
It's just boring. It's a 2-hour movie.
Sounds wow.
There just really wasn't feeling it.
Well, that's what happens when they take the original and I know they're trying to keep it true to the book, but it's just one of those things that I don't think it's ever going to do well. I mean, there's going to be people to watch it. It's probably going to be out of the top 10 this weekend. So, really, I don't know. I'm kind of done with it already, and I haven't even seen it.
I think everybody's really done with this movie. It's going to be, as one of these guys I follow on YouTube, as he put it, it's just going to be one of these movies you're going to watch and boom, you're going to forget about it. It's so unmemorable.
Wow.
Oh, I forgot about it already.
There you go.
That's kind of how I felt. It'll stick in the memories of the true fans of the original. And, one of the greatest things I've heard from several people is just like, if you're thinking about watching this movie, don't just go watch the original.
Exactly.
You're going to get a better experience.
There you go. Watch the original. Well, they had a bunch of
this Jared Leto Joker knockoff.
Oh God, that's what it looked like. That's what I was thinking it looked like.
I knew I couldn't have been the only one to think that way, and I hear other people say it. I was like, why does this dude look like Jared Leto's Joker?
Right.
What great question.
Good question. Good question. Set him up for another movie to be the Joker. I don't know. Oh Lord. Well,
you had one job to do, and that's related to the original. Do your reimagining, whatever. But can we at least get the character somewhat accurate looking?
right,
No.
right.
Okay.
Should have brought Sting in.
People want to watch this, just wait for it to come out on streaming. I'm sure it'll be out on streaming probably next month.
Yeah, I'm not interested, so I'll be watching other movies. There's a lot of other movies I'd rather watch when they come out on streaming, like Deadpool and Wolverine. Or anything else that's coming out. All right. Well, as always, Shane, it's great having you with us. Tell everybody how to follow you and all that good stuff and what's coming up next for you.
We are Sick 2210 on YouTube. Getting into this little habit of doing this YouTube show, 16-ounce curls on YouTube on Sundays.
Mm-hmm.
Somewhere around, no set time really, but you start around about 5-6 somewhere. Because I got another stream I do before that called Lobo's Lair. We start at 2 o'clock Eastern, and we just talk about everything. There'll be some movie stuff sprinkled in there. Finally got an unofficial, well, he's technically my official sponsor now, Jonathan Morris of Morris Family Farms. He's a farmer down in Lake Mary. You just go on Facebook and look up Morris Family Farms.
Right.
They do all their product. He does everything from birth, throwing it out the store, and he sends out these meat boxes. Different price ranges, depends on what you want. It's all organic, no HMOs, no GMOs, nothing like this. Just pure farm raised meat, and they do vegetables too. And the Morris Family Farms on Facebook, you hit them up, they get a meat box from them. Just use my promotional code ShaneB. You get 15% off your meat box, and it's worth every penny.
Sounds good, guys. Use that promo code ShaneB.
More on that on my YouTube channel. The last stream I just did here, so I got to update that to put more of this information. But I do talk to
Right.
Had an interview with him straight up. So if y'all want to watch like the first hour of that, it's in there somewhere. But I'm gonna put more information in the description. I gotta go back and do that.
Sounds good. Well, make sure you follow Shane and go watch them. And of course, use that promo code Shane B. You guys do that. All right, back in a moment. We're closing the show out after this. Wonderful again, brother.
Acolyte a little bit more, but not really worth it. It's just they're still talking about it, just more stuff because Disney's trying to hide why they canceled the show, and a lot of these articles, Forbes is probably covering it the best as to why Disney canceled the show, and low viewership. Apparently, viewership hit a dramatic low after episode 2.
Wow.
And the show is just so expensive to make.
Yep.
They weren't getting their return. It's like the second most expensive show from Disney.
Wow.
Behind Andor, which is a better show. People keep telling me I need to go watch it. But even my fellow guys that hate this Disney Star Wars stuff, they actually like Andor. So I'm like, well.
Must be pretty good then.
I'll probably like it then.
There you go. Must be pretty good then. Well, all right. We'll talk again next Tuesday. You have a good day, brother.
All right.
All right. Talk to you later.
Boy.
All right. Bye. All right. We're closing out now. Welcome back into RyanORadio Penitentiary. Good morning, everybody. Good morning to all that are tuning in. Want to thank Shane B for being with us from our movie reviews, as well as we want to thank Richard Holdridge doing our picks to hit. Tomorrow's Wednesday show, we'll have Professor Brenda Gasky. That's what I like to call her, the professor. Brenda Gasky will join us in horrifying history. Then we're going to dive into some UFO stuff on the show in the final period. Plus, we'll have your headline news and everything else on your Weird Wednesday. True Crime Thursday, we'll have true crime episodes, and we're going to talk about some true crime stuff and really what's coming up next in the world of true crime and get you some updated. If you guys got some true crime, and I mean deaths and different things like that you want to share with me, shoot me an email at 99classicrock@gmail.com like my friend Randall sends me. You guys can send that over. God, guns, and guts, says the Patriot. There you go. And Friday, we'll have Derek Teagle from Empower Strikes Back. He'll be with us talking about the big golf tournament here in the metro Atlanta area noon. And plus, McGee, there you go. Plus, we'll get into this weekend's Bash at Berlin coming up for the Labor Day weekend. We'll do Labor Day show. We'll have a good time on Friday. It's going to be a good week, the remainder of the week, getting ready for the weekend. It's the last weekend of August. Can you believe that? And we're going to talk more about that Reagan movie and so much more for you guys. God did guns and guts. Yes, people like you, Randall. And the Patriot. Thank you, McGee. Says Rhino's the legend, the best show on YouTube. Thank you. I appreciate it. Out of here. I hear the bell ringing. Stay tuned. Coming up at the top of the hour is last hour broadcast sponsored by Noonan City Church, 17 First Avenue here in the metro Atlanta area. Noonan City Church every Sunday morning, 8 a.m. services out inside, 9 a.m. and 10:30 outside. And hip cool kids do the 6:30 p.m. services. They are bringing you a look at the last hour broadcast. Plus, Passion Life Church takes over at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We dive right into the sports at 12 noon. Rod Peterson, the Moose, and everybody brings you 12 to 2, the Atlanta's NHL, CFL, and NFL show. Through 2 to 3 will be the sports beaver, Richard Holdridge. He told you this morning what he's got going on. And 3 to 5, Braves Country Radio with Matt McGee and the Armchair Quarterbacks. Rick Smith takes over at 5 p.m. and Talk Football with Cole and Drew at 6 to 8 p.m. That's all coming up for you. We'll see you tomorrow with more RyanORadio Penitentiary. Thank you, guys. September 15th is going to be your 10-year anniversary. Well, I am proud for you. See you, share. See you, everyone. Oh, good. I'm going to definitely do that, Randall. That's good advice, brother. Very good advice. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, sir. My name is Tom. How are you?
I am doing good. How about you?
I'm asking. God bless you. Well, the reason of my call is let you know you may qualify some study benefits without any change. So I believe you have already insurance through the marketplace. Is it correct?
Oh yeah, I don't have anything, man. I'm a bum. I don't have anything. I want to rip off all the people. Can you help me rip people off and get some insurance? I want to rip off all these white folks. All these white folks, they're racist. I want to rip off all the racist white folks.
Okay. How old are you?
I'm 50.
And you have Medicare, Medicaid, or employee coverage or not?
I've got nothing. The only thing I ever had was I had some insurance from the marketplace years ago, but when I married your mom, they made me stop having it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you and your your mom is my wife, right? They wouldn't let us be together. Yeah, India wouldn't let us be together. And I loved her, and me and her met years ago. I'm mean, guys. That was mean of me, wasn't it? Randall be like, I like that one, Ryan. That was a cool one. That was a mean one, Ryan. Martin's laughing at it. At least I made Martin laugh. Yo, mama. Yep, I told him he was all right with me being his daddy. For a minute there, he was. There you go, Pete. Well, Pete, I hope you don't decide to go and watch all those movies tonight since you went and made bacon last night because I made you hungry yesterday. Oh, here we go again. Hello? Hello, can I help you?
Hi, my name is Chris, and I'm calling you on behalf of Financial Health for Seniors. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good, Chris. I hope you're doing good today.
Great. I am with American Benefits, and based on our records shows you may qualify for a state-regulated final expense insurance plan that's going to cover 100% of your funeral, burial, or cremation expenses. Now, are you between the age of 50 and 80?
I am. I got one question. If I want to be buried with my Shih Tzu, can I be buried with my dog? My dog's named Fluffy. Is that covered? Hello? Chris? Chris, where'd you go? I want that to cover me and my dog. I want bacon. I didn't have any to say. I wanted bacon. I don't have any. I don't have any. Oh, got to go get some. All right, I'm going to let you guys go. I've got another full day. They don't have insurance for me to bury my dog with me. That's just not right. When we got a lot of older generation who their dogs are their kids, and there's a lot of people, their dogs are their kids. They need to think about this stuff. I may be joking with them and messing with them, but you guys probably know somebody who you don't go in their house and sit on the couch if their dog's sitting there. That's his seat. That's her seat. We all know somebody like that. Dress them up for Christmas. They need to think about that for real, even though I'm messing with them. All right, guys, I got to get out of here. See, they're gonna stop calling now. They figure out they're getting messed with. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Oh, I got to stop talking.